Don't overcomplicate your trading. Keep it simple. Now this one is pretty far though. This one is about 480 points away. I guess not too much farther than this, right? 300 versus 480, another 180 points below. So yeah, that's what we're looking at if we're looking towards the downside today. Sounds good? Sounds good here? Let me get a 1 in the chat. Actually, let me get a 111 in the chat so we can do that daily affirmation while we're waiting here. 111 in the chat. We can see our 930 candle flipping our hourly candle bearish. We got a top wick already. Look at it on the 30-minute. We got a top wick and we're flying down here. Look at it on the 15-minute now. Again, our opening candle 111 in the chat. Let's get those angel numbers going this morning, chat. Let's get that good energy going here. We got a daily affirmation coming to you. Let me turn my levels back on. Nicely zoomed in here. There we go. Nice zoom in there. Oh, got the Discord. Okay, today is, let's see, I have the daily affirmation. Today is August 10th. August 10th. Let's see what we got for you this morning. Oh, I got it. I definitely got it. Brace yourselves, chat. Here we go. A calm kind of clarity is finding its way to you. The confusion that felt endless is starting to loosen its grip. You are beginning to understand what deserves your energy and what never truly did. Trust what feels peaceful. Your soul knows the difference now. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, chat. I always say if you are confused on whether to do something or whether to maybe not hang around someone or to cut them off, to not, always look within your peace. How do you feel around this person? Does this person or thing or person, place or job make you feel peaceful? Or is it making you anxious, full of anxiety? Is it making you angry later on in the day, right? You can't stop thinking about it, right? Is it disturbing your peace? Always ask you, is this person, place or thing or object, whatever, disturbing my peace? Or is it going to disturb my peace, right? If the answer is yes, it's got to go. Some way, somehow, it's got to go, right? So it's very important to remember, because when things come into our lives and they disturb our energies, they throw us off. A lot of people get held back from their goals because they let things disturb their energy. Now, don't mix that up with somebody being able to hold you back. Now, you're the only one that can hold you back. Nobody can make you fail at something. Only you can. You. Right? That's the greatest thing about manifestation. It has to do with you. But again, if you're letting someone else affect your energy, well, then you're giving them that power, right? You got to take back that power. Be that strong being that you are, that we all know you are. And do your thing, right? Taking a look here at the 9:30 opening candle here. We came down to this zone that I have. Wasn't too far away. About 60 points below. Now you can see we're bouncing off of it. Now we're forming this like bullish candle. Market's getting a little bipolar here. Got about 2 minutes left on this 5-minute candle though. Good old 2 minutes. Looks like it may be continuing down though. It looks pretty strong when we're looking at it over here. Possibly continue down to these lows. But I'm gonna choose to personally wait. You know, I'm gonna wait. Hi, NQ Soccer Mom. Good morning. Hi, Rigo. Good morning. Hello, Lance. Watching you from the Philippines. Let's go. Good morning. Appreciate you. While we're waiting here, we're just gonna get settled in, right? Let's get settled in. Let's just relax. Let the market open up here. No need to rush into something. Give it a couple minutes. Let it move around. The day is just getting started. Let me know in the chat. Have you taken a trade yet? Let me know in the chat. Did you take a trade today? Let me know. Are you green? Are you red this morning? Did you not take a trade yet? Let me know. How are we starting off the morning? See what you guys got this morning. Don't mind me, chat. I'm just looking for something real quick on my phone, but I can't find it. Oh no, I think I lost my place here. I lost my place here. Good morning, NJ. Good morning to you. No trade yet, Ashley? Okay. No trade yet. Taking your time this morning. DD, no trade yet? Okay. Look at price here. All right, we got a new 5-minute candle, y'all. And notice how, regardless if I think this is coming down or not, I'm just going to decide to wait. I'd rather take a higher probability setup, right? I like to have the market open up a little bit, and then I will do my thing. Small cushion to start the day. That's what I'm talking about. Been taking shorts since London session. Awesome. Sounds good. That sounds good. Nice to build a cushion on the day as well. Rise and shine. What's going on, Sean? Good morning to you. Hope you're having a great Monday morning here. And there we go. Continuing down, ladies and gentlemen. We are touching 720, 724, 722. We're in the 720s. I do have a level below the 700s at 676. That's that purple level there. 676. Let's see. Oh, here we go, coming back up. If anybody's in shorts in this 9:30 candle, I know they're probably frustrated. If you entered a short during this 9:30 opening, you're probably like, what the heck? Come on, market. Speaking of the market, this morning, if we take a look at scheduled news, not too much, right? Not too much going on. So if we do get some crazy news, you know, get an influx of volume in the market today, it's going to be unscheduled news. It's just something to keep in mind, because we all know with this war and everything going on, there's been a lot of unscheduled news the last few months, right? Patience is the key, you know it. You know it. We take a look at this on the 1 minute. I mean, this has been the opening, ladies and gentlemen, right? You don't want to be a part of that, right? So, not wrong with waiting. Look at it. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to be a part of this, right? So, as I always tell you guys, because I always get the question, even in my DMs, people are always asking me, what do you think about the 9:30 candle? Do you trade it? Do you trade? And my answer is the 9:30 candle can be a 50-50. right? Sometimes it sets up really nicely and it's pretty smooth. And then other times it does this extra stuff, right? So that's my opinion about it. And, if I label something a 50-50, it's not A plus, right? So that's why sometimes it's better to wait a couple minutes. Let the 15-minute candle close at least. And as you can see on 15-minute, it's going to close in about 45 seconds. It's almost looking like a doji right now. Hi, player. Good morning to you. By the way, chat, don't forget to like up the stream if you've been enjoying the stream this morning. Don't forget to do that, chat. And if you're new, turn on those post notifications as well. Let's see here. How you doing, Zombones? It's a 4 hours poorly done. X-rays. Oh my goodness, and pain reds that don't work. I am so sorry. You know what it is? I'm just gonna give you my experience from someone who has health issues. It's sometimes it's all in where you are, right? Sometimes it's almost like you got to get lucky these days to get a good set of doctors and nurses. You know what I mean? Even with what I have, I went through 5 specialists to get to where I am now. Fortunately, it's like, what happened? You would think that everybody knows how to do their job, But with my health experience, seeing some people be excellent at their job, some people be terrible at their job. They're just there for the check. They don't know how to help you. I treat people in the healthcare system the way I think of teachers, right? Not all teachers are great teachers. Not all doctors are great doctors, right? Not all nurses are great nurses, right? Just like anything else, So don't be afraid to go to a different place and get it checked, or go to a different doctor and get it checked, One thing that saved my life was someone told me, get a second opinion from another doctor, go to another place, another hospital, so I would recommend that to you. Get a second opinion from a whole different group, because you never know. I'm telling you. I personally almost died. No joke, no exaggeration. But also I know other people, similar situations, where it was like nothing was helping, and then they try a whole different set of doctors. Boom, instant help, instant answers, But yeah, that'll be my advice to you, not just because I've gone through it myself with getting another opinion, but also I know many others who have. So try that. I know it's annoying. I know it's expensive. I know. Trust me, I know. Super annoying that you can't just get help the first time, Thank God for giving me the second option. Oh, trust me. I was at the point where I wasn't even supposed to be alive. When you look at my numbers, I was supposed to be dead, guys. Like, it's literally a miracle, guys. And I will always tell you to think positive no matter what you're going through, no matter what the pain is. I want you to think, because we're always manifesting, right? Our thoughts are always manifesting. I want you to, and it's going to be hard, but imagine yourself pain-free. Imagine yourself healthy. Imagine yourself getting answers, right? Now me, I'm not pain-free, but I can get up here and stream at least, But yeah, a lot of times with health, you got to get that second opinion. Because trust me, it's almost like those TV shows where they line up people and who's the winner, right? You go see 5 different doctors for the same thing. You may get 5 different answers, you may get 3 different answers, you may, but you'd be amazed. Good morning, Luke. Thank you, Mo. Sorry, Mose, your message got clipped because you're in all caps. Can't be in all caps here. But I appreciate your message, though. My Nightbot is a sniper. Doesn't even let the messages breathe, My goodness. But I saw your message. Thank you. Just make sure you turn off those cap locks. You can use caps, but if you're typing out like full sentences, it'll clip you for like those full sentences. It's different if you just put in like a capital W or something like that. Or like a small word. Okay, where was I, chat? Oh, prop firm news. All right. We're supposed to be talking about prop firm news. I'm supposed to be looking for some prop firm news. Huh. That's what I should be doing. Okay, we got some news. We even got a lawsuit to talk about. Oh, today's gonna be entertaining. We definitely got some news. Interesting. Yeah, let me see. So, Luke, good morning to you. So some topics we'll be discussing today. We'll be do a quick comparison of Tradingviews, the Top Step to Lucid. Quick comparison. We got an update from Top Step. We got some trading psychology coming to you today. What else we got for you? Oh yeah, I said lawsuit, right? We got a lawsuit coming to you. That sounds so messed up, right? We got a lawsuit coming to you. Okay. Sounds good though. We got some good topics. I'm waiting for Tradingviews to drop that date on Archine, y'all. When's Archine coming out? That's what we're really waiting on. No worries, got you here. Thank you. Okay, let's see. We got 5 minutes and our hourly candle's gonna close here. Remember, no scheduled news today. Gonna be a little chill Monday here. Should be. 30-minute candle's getting ready to close. 4 minutes now. So once this closes, I'll put on my hunting glasses. So this is what I'll do, chat. Let me get my water. And this still looks like it's just sitting here. Let me get my water and I'll be right back. V, what's up, V? Hello, good morning. Hope you're doing well this morning. All right, chat, I'm getting my stuff together. How much time I got? Okay, we got 3 minutes. 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Hobby, there goes Hobby. What's up, Hobby? Good morning to you. Wish you all a happy, healthy, and profitable week ahead. Thank you so much. So positive. Thank you. All right, chat, let me get this water. I'll be right back. Candle's about to close here. All right, we're ready. We're back and rolling. Hourly candle closes in 1 minute, 10 seconds. Indecisive candle here. That's nice. That's just so nice, ain't it, chat? So nice. How nice of them. Yeah, this is not my favorite spot for price to sit in either. What's up, Sam? How we doing, Sam? Doing amazing this morning. How are you? We're doing great. Wow, are we gonna be pushing up? Alrighty, everybody, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, New York time here. New hourly candle, here it comes. $15-minute, we're just kind of ranging here, you know? And not really a fan of this area, just because we're just ranging here. At this point, kind of want us to move up out of this area. It is looking quite... It's looking like we're creating these higher lows, but we're still inside of this range. Can still go either way almost. Looks like it's setting up to be bullish now, but it can still go either way. Not gonna gamble in this. Gotta love the barcode action, yeah. Gotta love it. I will say, we did respect this high up here. We never broke through this high. So now we're literally sitting between this high and we're sitting between this low. I mean, eventually one of them's gonna get broken, right? But it is looking a little more bullish to me. As I was saying. Just a funky way to set it up. Look at the way it's setting up. A little annoying. Annoying because I got this zone literally right here. You know? Yes. Oh, mercy. No mercy. Well, we'll see. If this 5-minute candle closes above... Where's it at right now? 8:14, 8:15. If we close above 8:18, 8:20s... Okay, maybe I'll look at it for buys. But if we don't close above like 8:20-ish... then I would wait. You know? I just have to wait. Now the real question is will it close above 820? Tricky Nasdaq. Let me know, are we still flat or did anybody take some trades in this hard code area here? I mean, maybe you saw your setup, you know, maybe you did. Maybe you're on a lower time frame, I don't know. Some people love this, right? For some people, they love this. They'll scalp it all day, you know? Wow. The 1 minute. I don't even like the 1 minute today on this. I mean, I could see if somebody took this, so I could see that. Other than that, Nasdaq. Not touching this right now? Okay. Not touching it right now. So while we're waiting here, chat, just want to give you a big reminder that manifestation is real. Start speaking positivity into your life. Change the way you think. Change the way you speak, right? We're constantly manifesting. Our thoughts, the things we say, constant. Even right now, you're manifesting, right? So that's why it's important to always make sure that we're speaking positive when we're talking about ourselves or when we're talking about our goals or anything, right? When you project negativity onto other people, you're just messing up your own self from manifesting, you know? Okay, so we closed. Oh, we closed at 819. Okay, not too bad. If I give it a chance, I gotta be at 1 micro. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a go. Maybe 2. And I'm thinking we're gonna gain some momentum here. 920s. 920s. Let me look at TP1. We'll do a TP1 right here. 40 points. Alrighty. Looks like we are cranking up some momentum here. Take a shot at it. I'm curious if this is going to be up, no retracement, or are we just going to be extra, come back down, create another higher low. See if we can break 880s. We do. That may be where it want to retrace. Need a shirt and poster that says that? It's funny. I'm good. You look great in your outfit. Thank you, Hobby. Yeah, I got my my corporate women's blazer on today. Look like I'm hosting a meeting in corporate. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I'm thinking 880s. If we get further than that, let's see. Let's see the 1 hour. Okay, well, perhaps I would just target my level here for 80 points if we get further than that. Or if we have one of those bullish, I'm gonna call it a bullish day. One of those crazy bull flat, bull days. And we come all the way up to here. That'll be 200 points. I don't know yet. We'll see. We gotta see how we'll see how it goes. Going for a rocket ship touch here. When we get this to touch the rocket ship, we're on blast off here. First trade of the day. Hope everyone's doing well, chat. Are we smiling, chat? Did we smile today? A little smile check-in. Let's make sure we smile today. Please tell me you smiled today. Let me get a 1 in the chat if you smiled today. Hopefully you smile now if you didn't yet. Let's do a positivity check-in. Let's make sure we're feeling great about ourselves, as we should. As we should, chat. Let's get those smiles going. If you need to fake it, then fake it till you make it. There we go. That's TP1, ladies and gentlemen. That's TP1. I'm gonna put a contract and profit here, and I'm gonna keep the other contract at probably keep the other contract at break even, and then we'll trail one here at the 80s. Okay, there we go. We filled one contract. I'm gonna hold the last one. If I trail it, I'm gonna trail it at, actually it's not really a good spot to trail it just yet. For the last one, let's see, maybe 60s. I like where it is. I would love to trail it where it is. I'm gonna give it another minute. Gonna give it another minute. Like I said, it may retrace here. That's why my TP1 is there, because a really good spot for the sellers to come in if they want to. It'll be a really great retracement for them. So let's see if the buyers hold. Will the buyers hold? Again, if you're just joining us, took off a contract for profit at TP1. Actually, let me write a note here. Close. We'll do one contract for profit. There we go. All right, let's see if we can push off of this. Like I said, it's a really good area for the sellers to step in. We just been stuck here. I'm gonna go ahead and raise my trailing stop up to 76. Just holding this last contract. Here. Tough to stay above these 80s. Okay, there we go. There we go, guys. This trade number 1 done. Building that cushion up for the day, right? Building it up slowly to scale higher. Now, the reason why I'm so keen to trail there is because we can have a pretty big retracement here. If we do and we continue up, then I can always get back in. Why not reap the benefits of that push, right? Henrique Santos, hello, good morning. Like your live stream, thank you so much. Do you still play the Turtle song in the YouTube live? The Turtle song's on right now. That was the Turtle song. I'm sorry if I'm late to that. I'm so sorry. I just now seen the chat. Watching Seinfeld, so I'm laughing through the pain. All right, guys, I'm a little delayed on the chat. I'm caught up now. Aliens, what happens when 2 different time frames that created a 3-bar reversal, but in the opposite direction? Like right now, for example, the 15-minute is a bullish 3-bar. The 4-hour is a bearish 3-bar. Ooh, let's check it out. Great question, by the way. Can we get a W in the chat for Abina? Great question. Let me just turn off my ear real quick because it's beating down on me. Give me 5 seconds. Okay. Okay, so you said on the 15-minute, we have a 3-bar. Okay, I will tell you, I personally don't see a 3-bar in the 15-minute. So if you want to send a screenshot to the Discord, let me know what you're looking at, because I don't see any 3-bar here. None of this would be classified as a 3-bar. Unless you are looking at this, and maybe you're looking at this as a 3-bar. This wouldn't be classified as a 3-bar because look at this long wick, right? So if you're looking at that, that's not a 3-bar, right? So when you're trading, remember how we talk about consistency? Things should look, when I say look the same, they should almost be the same setup, right? So when you're taking 3-bars, do they always look like this? No, right? So that's not an ideal setup, right? There's different variations of things. And that pattern recognition comes from experience and time. Now, if you're looking at this, this isn't a 3-bar either. Okay. Now let's go to the 4-hour. But again, you can send me a screenshot if you want, if I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, on the 4-hour time frame, I'm going to assume, let's get the teacher tool. I'm going to assume you're talking about this as a 3-bar, right? So for this one, it's too early to say that it's not. I mean, it could be, right? But just because it develops here doesn't mean it has to happen now, right? It's 2026 markets. You know, the market has changed. It's not the same that it was 10 years ago, 15 years ago. If it was, this would have just went straight down. But these markets, we have a lot more volatility. So we could be coming up in here and then drop in a couple days, right? Doesn't mean that it's not a 3-bar, right? So remember, when you're looking at a higher time frame, things don't have to happen right now, right? That's so when you get better at trading, you're going to start to get better at reading things, but you're going to quickly find out it's about your entry, right? It's not about knowing where it's going to go. It's the first hurdle, right? You feel so accomplished when you figure out, okay, I see where it's going. But what about that entry? Right? Because just because you see it going this way don't mean it got to go that way today. It could go that way tomorrow. It could go that way in 2 days, right? It's on a higher time frame. So if it wants to take its time to develop, it can. Okay? So we still don't know if this is invalid. But let's just say it does get invalid. Hypothetically, if it does, then it's okay, right? Because there's fake outs. That's why when you're trading 3-bar reversals, you got to really study them and have confluences on what you feel is a high probability and what you feel is a low probability, right? That's the beauty in trading. As you work on your strategy and your accuracy to get a higher win rate, you got to figure out what makes this a high probability setup, what makes this a low probability setup, and you only get that from data. Okay, great question though. Very, very great question. Did everybody understand that, chat? Let me get a 2 in the chat if everybody understood that. Mr. Insane, Grand Rising to you. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, you changed your name. Did you change your name? I think you did change your name. I think that's ancient. That's got to be ancient. It got to be ancient. Am I crazy? Come on, you know I know my chat. If anything, who knows their chat? I know my chat. Oh, it's ancient. No way. It is ancient. Yo, see, I told you, man. I told you. I know my chat. I know my chat. I know everybody. I tell you, everybody here is important. What's up, Ancient? How's it going? How is it going? I see I misinterpreted the 15 and the 3-bar. The second candle was the inside bar. Ah, okay. On this one. Yeah, just be careful when we get these long wicks, right? I would, for me, and it's not about the top wick. Sometimes you do get a top wick like this, but that goes until the candle range theory. But I won't get into the candle range theory. I mean, I can if I see one, but yeah, that would invalidate that. Candle range theory though. I gotta say, last year, if you guys were with us last year during the summertime, around this time, there was a lot of candle range theory setups. And when I say a lot, it was like every day. Every day. So crazy, right? I almost forgot about the candle range theory. I'm just gonna go on a higher time frame, see if I can find one to give you an example. Well, a good example, at least. I mean, some of these examples are exaggerated, though. Now that I'm looking at it. Where's a clean one? So the candle range theory is kind of like looking at a 3-bar from a higher time frame. In a way. I want to find a good example so I don't explain it wrong. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Let's do a little lesson while we're here. Good morning, Ku Ninja. Hi, Webs. Good morning. The process began. Good morning. Everybody, welcome, welcome. I checked out that website, Baby Pips, you gave insight to on Friday. Truly a gem. Thank you. No problem, G33. No problem. It's a great website. Literally everything you need is there. Literally. Okay, chat. Let's do a candle range theory sample. This may be a bad example, but I really didn't see any other good ones. So it kind of forms almost like a 3-bar reversal, right? You can see candle 1, candle 2, and then 3, we start to come down, right? I won't get too detailed today because I wasn't prepared to talk about this. But again, it kind of forms like a 3-bar reversal. Now the third candle coming down, sometimes we do take out that high. It happens a lot. A lot of times we take out that high and then we come back down. And when we say we fill the range, what we're looking for is to fill the range of candle number 1. So this would be candle number 1. So once we break this high and we come back down, you're looking for price to fill the range, right? Okay, the candle range theory. Again, I'm not going to get too detailed with it today. Now on a lower time frame, you're going to see a high here and it's going to look like a pullback and it's going to come all the way down, right? So typically we respect the ultimate high of the range. Usually when we get that pullback, we kind of chop around here. As soon as we reject it, that's when a lot of people like to get in and they hold their trade, the candle range theory, to the bottom of the range. Does that make sense, everybody? Let me get a 3 in the chat if that makes sense. Let me get a 3 in the chat. I know it's not the best example, but it was kind of hard to find some good examples on a last minute notice here, but we can take a look at it now. And what I will do is I'll draw a tool. I'm going to draw a range so you guys can see it. We'll take the high and low of this candle and I'm going to drag it out so you guys can see it. And this is how a lot of people get big trades because, you know, they know that they're going to hold it no matter what till the bottom of this, right? So let's take a look at it on a lower time frame. So when you take a look at it on a lower time frame, now you can see, right? This is the high and low of the range. We want price to come up and make a lower high. Sometimes we even take out this high and come back down. That happens a lot. But a lot of times when we get up here, we range, right? You want to see that range. Then we start breaking down. And then you usually hold to the bottom. All right. That's the lesson of the day. You know, a lot of people use this strategy. A lot of people use it. I'm able to see it on a lower time frame. Like for me, once I see this, right, I already see it. So I don't even have to see it on a higher time frame. But that's because I have a lot of experience reading these markets. So back to here. If you guys missed this morning, we already took a trade this morning. We already got a W. My TP was here at 880. And I decided to trail it because what did I say, chat? Did I not call it? Did I call it or did I not? I said that the sellers, this is a good spot for the sellers to get in for a big retracement. Did I not say that? I mean, somebody quote me. Did I say it or did I not say it, chat? This is why. Called it. Thank you, Rigo. This is why. You know, sometimes you guys see me hold certain trades for a long time. And then the other trades, I'll tell you, I'd rather take my money and then get back in. Why? Because if I'm expecting a big retracement, then I'd rather take some money off then I can get back into the original setup, right? Why not collect some cash if it's going to be choppy and extra. Big sell off, by the way. I mean, from the top of this, came down 99 points. So that's the bank shot. That's funny. Yeah, the bank shot. Lens, I missed Saturday breakdown of the market with the OG strat. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's very useful. Very, very useful. We got an OG strat right here, actually. Look at that. Is it on the 3-minute too? We got an OG strat on the 3-minute and on the 5-minute. Beautiful. Okay, let's see here, guys. Remember, today, the news. No scheduled news today. So we will keep our eyes and ears open for headlines. But other than that, should be a typical Monday, I guess you can say. How do we feel about this now? Well, if we're looking on the 15-minute and we look to the left, look at this bullish candle here, right? See that? Again, this is where those sell orders were just chilling here, right? Those sell limit orders. Good spot for them. But we'll see. We'll see how much they're going to fight this. Right now, I'm going to wait for another setup. Probably just going to continue to take smaller trades today. Go for 40, 50 points. It'll add up, right? And that's just because, you know, look at the market conditions today. Clearly, the market's not holding long trades thus far, right? So I'll take the shorter setups. Yeah, thank you, Ancient. Yeah. For the people who are new, she's one of the OGs with Roger Banks, Linz, and Dombo. Yep. I've been telling them, Ancient. They you know how some people are when they come in here. I'm like, listen, we've been here before the prop firms, before it was popular to stream. We've been here for years, just trading, minding our business. You know, for those who are new, we were here before the popularity, you can say. Just chilling. And thank you, Ancient, for validating that I used to teach every Saturday. I told y'all the OGs know. I taught every Saturday for you guys. Daily? No, I was here daily. Yep. I was here daily, Monday through Friday. But every Saturday I did like a free workshop. I still went live. So I went live 6 days a week, not 5. 6 days a week. And I taught every single Saturday. I did a strategy breakdown. Everything. But, you know, when you do that for a long time and then people just throw it back in your face and then they take your stuff and all that, it's just messed up, you know? So I had to stop. You know? Alrighty. Just looking at this, we got a new 30-minute candle here. By the way, if y'all missed last week's streams, I mean, the chat can vouch. Last week's streams were super fun. Even the week before that, we've been having a lot of fun on stream. Super entertaining. I mean, the trading, I mean, come on. The trades as well. I mean, look at Friday's trade. 100 points. Nice and smooth. Look at Rico in the chat. Rico's right here in the chat. Look at that P&L. Hashtag official ins concepts. You guys can always go on Twitter and see what we've been doing. But I mean, the trading has just been incredible. We just hit 75,000 too. Shout out to the chat. Nothing bigger than the chat. Look at this. I mean, who else is calling a back-to-back 120, 150 point trades? Back-to-back? That consistently? That consistently? Look at Monique. Fisherland's Concepts. But yeah, for those who haven't been here, I mean, this is within the last 2 weeks, y'all. This is all from stream. I only post stuff from stream. That's it. Only live stuff that you can vouch for. Last 2 weeks. Back to back. Yep. Back to back. You take any trades yet? Yep. We took one already. And Aslan's A7 here. He's somewhere around here. Somewhere here. Let's see. Jeez. We can go. And you know what's crazy about it is we can go all the way into last year. And the year before that. And the year before that. And the year before that. No lie. See, a trade like this, I'll hold. Right? You guys see. So sometimes there are trades that we hold for big DPs here. Just depends on the setup. All right. Back to regular scheduled programming. We're just kind of sitting here. I don't like it too much. I don't like it too much. Let me see. Oh, we're getting quite the bounce. But we may continue. Oh, wait a minute, we may continue. Am I too late? 82 points stop loss. You're killing me, chat. Are we being for real? $82 point stop loss. A little annoying. I mean, come on. A little. Nah. The stop loss isn't too inviting. Good buys today. I'm green. Got a low entry with low risk. I've noticed I feel more pressure trading the 100K account than the 25K, even with the same lot size. Wait. You feel more pressure? Really? You feel more pressure having more of a cushion? More drawdown room? That's interesting. I'm surprised to read that. Or, hold on. Now you're going to get Dr. Lens has entered the chat. Dr. Lens is here. Or, let me diagnose this. It's not the account size. It's you're thinking about how much you have to make the pass. Is that what it is? Let me know. You're thinking about your profit target, right? How much you have to make to pass. It's not the account sizes. Let me know. Is that what it is? I think we might have got it. We got it? Let me know. Did I hit the nail on the coffin there? Oh, we ran out of music. We ran out of music. Okay, there we go. Tempting buy. It's a tempting buy, but it's just not setting up too nicely. You know, NASDAQ, you could be a little nicer, NASDAQ. I'm not gonna lie, you could be a little nicer. So because I don't like the way it's setting up, I'm going to choose to wait. We're going to wait. That's it. I'm already funded. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking it is. I think. So notice how when we start focusing on money, how we start to lose our mojo, right? Because and money isn't a bad thing. It's we're focusing on money in a negative way. You get what I'm saying? So how do I say? When we think about money, we want to think about money in a positive way, right? So when you think about the profit target you have to make, then what I would say is try to tell yourself, hey, I'm excited to reach that profit target. I can't wait till I reach that profit target, right? Try to think about it in a more excited way than a negative way, not in a, oh man, I got to make this much to pass, or oh, it's going to take this many trades to pass, right? Then we start getting negative. Okay. Remember, self-awareness is not easy, but it's important. It's important for success. Not just in trading, and everything you do. Self-awareness is important. Everything we do. Okay. So that's how I want you to think about it. Think, I'm so excited to hit this profit target. I can't wait till I hit it, right? Think about it in that way. Because the 100K, I mean, you got a nice profit, nice cushion. You can size down and take your time. If you're with Tradify, and shout out to everybody using code LENS. I appreciate you guys using code LENS. Thank you so much. If you're using Tradify, you don't have to worry about a monthly subscription, right? Buy it once, take your time. Take your time, right? You guys have to understand that before these retail prop firms came out, they got the term prop firm from propriety firm. That's the proper term, by the way, for those who don't know. Propriety firms have existed, especially in Chicago. A lot of the trading pits are in Chicago, Illinois, in the US. There's a lot of propriety firms there, but there's propriety firms in a lot of the major cities in the US. Anyway, long story short, the way propriety firms work is you're not so much given a challenge or evaluation, but they do teach you, and then they give you usually like 10 grand, 10 or 20 grand. Usually they give you 10 grand to trade with. And usually you have to have 2 months of profitability and consistency. You know how long that takes? Imagine trying to get a job and then you're in the trial period for 2 months and you're trading on a smaller account, right? Why? Because it's about the discipline. It's not about the money. They're looking, do you have what it takes to be a trader? Anyway, long story short, usually after the first 2 months, if you do pass, and to pass, you just have to be profitable for 2 months. They're looking at the way you're trading. They make you journal your trades, right? Real propriety firms. After that, you can move up. They'll move you up to like a 20K or 30K. And it's the same thing. You have to be profitable for 2 months consecutively. Then they move you up. I challenge you guys, go ahead and look up a local propriety firm near you, or look up one that's maybe in your country. Okay. There's plenty of them in the US. It's more of a secret society. People don't really talk about it because people don't have the patience for it. But that's how it goes, guys. And you're usually, the profit splits are usually 60% or 70%. Right? So you don't start off making all this money. They make you graduate, right? They make you start with small accounts, 2 months of profitability. Now let's see what you got. 2 more months of profitability. Now let's see what you got, right? They move you up real slowly. Right? Eventually they'll move you up to like a 300K or 400K. But you have to understand, this is real money. Not like with these prop firms nowadays where you're trading a sim account. The reason why they're having you do this, you're trading with that firm's real money. These firms have hundreds of millions of dollars, propriety firms. And they ain't just going to let some random person who says, I want to be a trader, just blow that, right? So again, that's why they start you small. You slowly work your way up, as you should. Because in day trading, that's the best way to learn, guys. Start with a small account, because you'll get used to losing $50 of your own money. A lot of you haven't lost $50 of your own money in a real trade, right? Of your money, not prop firm money, $50 of your money. You're going to feel that emotion a little different. Now lose $100 of your money, now lose $500 of your money, right? It slowly moves up. So when you just jump to a prop firm as a new trader and you're trading virtual money, simulated money, it's pros and cons. You know, most people aren't getting the real effect of what it actually feels like to lose your money. You get what I'm saying? Some people, they don't need to feel it. They understand it. But most people, they're jumping the gun. They're not ready. You know? But everybody's different, guys. You've seen it in school. Some people are really good at certain topics. Certain topics, they're not too good at. Right? Some people excelled in math. Some people didn't, and that's okay. Same thing in trading. Some people can excel in this with prop firms, and they're okay getting their own personal big account. But some people, the prop firms, it's difficult. Personal account's difficult because they're so focused on the money. YouTube feature, finally, I don't search to find the stream. Let's go. Let's go. Put us on the front cover, YouTube. By the way, nice fit, Sensei. Thank you, Ancient. Took one trade on oil today on my funded in my live account and caught a good setup. I finished before 10 a.m., which has been good for me since it's August. I'm taking smaller positions. Let's go, Bree. W's in the chat for Bree. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get those W's going for Bree, y'all. Been up all night waiting to trade and can't get one. Shake my head. I know the feeling. Know the feeling, Mario. I know it's annoying. I totally get you. I felt like that last week. Last week, hunting for trades was the slowest it's been in months. Like last week was wow. It was like, am I gonna get one? Am I not? What is going on? It literally, were we up here 4 or 5 hours last week, almost every day? That was a long time. As you can see, you know, the volume's slowing down a little bit. We did create a higher low. We're bouncing off of my zone here. This is a zone, right? This is a zone. I have a level over here for us to reach. I was contemplating getting in these buys. But if I get into buys, I got to put my stop loss all the way down here. Right? And let me show you something. Let's backtrack. When we first talked about buys, it was on this candle, right? So what if I did enter a buy and I wanted to do a tighter stop loss right here? Right here. It wouldn't have worked out, right? Let's fast forward. Let's get back to the live markets. It would have got stopped out, right? So this is a good example of why, you know, before I get into a trade, and you should as well, you should be thinking about where's that stop loss going. Super important. It's part of your risk management strategy. Risk management strategy is a part of your profitability, guys. You have the best strategy in the world, but if you're terrible at managing risk, no matter who you are, you ain't gonna be profitable. All right. So some people, they have a great strategy. They're just not good at managing risk. Sometimes they're risking too high. Sometimes they're risking too low. Sometimes they go on a win streak, then they give it all back in one trade. Right. So risk management is super important. Do not underestimate it. You need it to be profitable. You need it to do this long term. So like I said, this is why I talked about if I did buy, my stop loss would be down here. Because up here we're ranging, right? We can take out these lows that we create. Okay. So as much as we all want to have a small stop loss, don't we all? So we can scale high. You know, in these type of markets, it's very wicky. The volume's a little bipolar, right? We get these long consolidation periods. You want to make sure you have a cushion. You want to give your trades some breathing room. Good morning, though. If you're just joining us, we did take our first W a little bit ago. Looking for trade number 2 on the day. So welcome if you are new. Welcome, welcome. By the way, everybody, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're on the road to 100K now. We just hit 75K a week ago. We're on the road to 100K subs. We can do it. I know we can do it, chat. On that note, since the market is chopping around now, let's have a little bit of fun. Let's take our eyes off of the market for a couple minutes. And let's get into some news. Huh? Let's get into some news, chat. A little bit of discussion. Where do I start? I don't even know where to start, chat. Let's start with... We start with this lawsuit. Okay, we got 2 lawsuits. All right, we got 2 lawsuits. Let's check this out. Prop firm Alpha Futures sues Tradingviews and NinjaTrader. If you guys remember, maybe about 3 weeks ago on stream, we talked about how NinjaTrader pretty much kind of rug pulled from Alpha Futures. We don't know the backstory behind it, but their decision is their decision. Alpha Futures was paying NinjaTrader $1.2 million a month, right, in contract to use their back-end system so that, you know, when you sign up with Alpha Futures, so you could trade on Tradingviews, you could trade on NinjaTrader, right? $1.2 million a month, guys. So I don't know about you guys, but as a company, if somebody's paying you $1.2 million a month, for you to say, you know what, keep your money. Something had to happen, right? Think about it, chat. I want you to think about it. You guys are all business owners here. You guys are all traders. Some of you in the startup phase. It's all right, but you're all business owners. Let me know what you think about that in the chat. For you to just terminate $1.2 million a month from somebody, something had to happen, right? Let's be honest. So anyway, now we have an update on this lawsuit. Alpha Futures decided to sue them. They're basically saying in this document that Alpha, let me see. Misappropriation Alpha's trade secrets, confidentiality proponent. But yeah, they're basically saying that they were supposed to give 90-day notice before rug pulling, right? You can't just say, oh, we're going to terminate the contract. So Alpha is basically saying they were supposed to be given a 90-day notice. That's a lot of bread. Yeah. NinjaTrader's soaking it up, huh? Think about NinjaTrader's with all these other prop firms. How much is NinjaTrader making from these deals, huh? Think about that, chat. Hey, hey, do your thing, NinjaTrader. Do your thing. But yeah, I will tell you guys, you know, in these type of contracts, usually a business or person, entity or firm or whatever, usually when they make these type of contracts, towards the end in the legal spaces is where you specify, hey, we'll give you a 30-day notice before we pull out the deal, or 90-day notice, or most companies nowadays, no notice, we can pull the deal whenever. So when this happened and Alpha Trader was upset, I was thinking to myself, maybe NinjaTrader in the contract had that they can rug pull anytime, because that's what most companies do nowadays. You may ask yourself, Linz, well, why do companies do that? Well, companies have to protect themselves, right? When you're the small fry and you're the new guy coming in, we don't know if you're going to be successful. We don't know if you're, you know, we're taking a chance out on you, right? Think about it, chat. When you built yourself up for success, or let's just say you guys have this viral restaurant, I don't know. You work so hard to create this business, and you got someone new coming up to you saying, hey, I got this business offer for you. You don't know them from a can of paint. They have no track record, no success record. It's a new firm. You know, you're taking a chance out on them, right? Your business name is associated with them. So if this new firm were to hypothetically scam people, it's going to fall back on your business, right? You look bad because you did the deal with them. So anyway, hopefully am I talking too fast, chat? One's in the chat if I'm talking okay. Give me one in the chat. So that's why most business deals, you know, in those documents, they usually kind of have, hey, like we feel like things are, you know, going left, and we can terminate this contract at any moment. It's very common nowadays, okay? And again, that's written to protect the business. It's not written to be like, oh, we're just going to pull out anytime, you know? So yeah, so basically Alpha Futures is claiming that in the contract it said 90 days, not anytime. So somebody messed up. Somebody messed up, because let me tell you, that is not something you want to mess up, because this is going to be a big lawsuit. Now, we don't have the original contract. Obviously, both parties have the original contract, so they both know who said what. So did it say 90 days? Or did it say we can terminate at any time? I don't know. The judge is going to figure it out. But I tell you what, Ninja Trader, I hope your contract said any time, because if it said 90 days, you're going to lose this lawsuit. And the reason why I say that is because you ain't just going to lose this lawsuit, but the millions you about to have to pay out. So, chat. Who knows? Okay. Back to the charts for a second here. Just chatting while we're waiting for another setup. We were ranging, and now we have NASDAQ breaking down here. You second that. 85 points. Wow. Wow. Okay. 85 points. What a breakdown that was. Looking a little heavy. Looking really heavy here. Let's take a look at this 30-minute candle. So, you know, on a higher time frame, we're completely rejecting this level, right? Maybe we're not going up today. We'll see. Let's see it on the 1 hour. Look at this rejection now. So the question is, were those buys just to build this wick, huh? Okay. Now, the only thing I don't like about this placement is, you know, I have a zone here. I have a zone here. We're in the middle. I don't like being in the middle. Yeah, I like when we're on either end, right? I don't like when we're in the middle here. It's not my favorite spot at all. When we're in the middle between two zones, you want to be very cautious. But like I said, on the 30-minute, it is looking like we're getting a bank shot right off of this. We could possibly see some selling pick up here. We'll see, though. We'll see. We could also chop around here. As you can see on the 15-minute, for New York session, we're not really holding any direction too long. So be a little cautious of that as well. Let's take a look at the opening range of the day. Opening range is this candle right here. So when I draw this box, for those who are new, the opening range, we got the bottom, we got the top, and we got the middle. I'm coming back down towards the middle of this opening range, which, if we continue pushing through the middle, which can also indicate selling volume heating up here. Yes, my box is two-tone. I have it two-tone just for my eyes. If this closed below, we might be looking at a drop, but before that, you might see a push up. Feel the wick. I would prefer that, honestly. I would prefer us to, if we are going to drop, I would prefer that. That would be, that'd be nice in NASDAQ, but NASDAQ hasn't been too nice. Oh, you're talking about the poll. You're talking about the poll. I got you. Almost forgot about that poll. Wow, it was almost 50-50 on the answers here. What happened, chat? What happened to my problem solvers out there? Two of these answers are almost close. invoked. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Just testing your problem solving skills. All fun. Buys couldn't push it anywhere. That's nice. You gotta be joking. They're overthinking the poll. Could be. Yeah, sometimes we overthink things and then we go back and we say, oh, wait a minute. Why I choose that answer? Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this area, y'all. I don't like this. That's okay though. I'm gonna wait. We're gonna wait. We're gonna get back to our news here. We got another lawsuit from Apex. In a complaint filed on July 29th, Apex claims that a trader received $180,000 in payouts and has since submitted 2,000 chargeback requests. So not only did this person receive $180,000 paid, but they submitted over 2,000 chargeback requests. Now, when I say over 2,000 requests, I don't mean $2,000. They bought over 2,000 accounts to make that $180K. And they want their money back for those accounts. You can't make this up. You just can't make this crap up, chat. You bought the 2,000 accounts. Anybody tell you to buy 2,000 PAs? You got paid $180,000 and now you want chargeback? I mean, hypothetically, chat, how much is an Apex account? I don't know. How much are they, chat? We're gonna do 2,000 times. Oh, I guess we'll just take we don't know if they were 150Ks, 50Ks, we don't know. But let's just take 50Ks for example. Let me pull up the website. We're just gonna do some math here. We don't know if it, oh, they got 25Ks now? I had no idea. Just gamble right there, right? Okay, let me see. They have wait, you have to log in to see more? Okay, I guess we're gonna oh, right here, 50K. What do y'all think? Y'all think this person, they made 180K. I'm gonna assume they weren't on 25Ks. I'm gonna assume they're at least on 50Ks and above, right? What do you guys think? Is that right to assume? I'm assuming they did not do that from a bunch of 25Ks, because for them to make that amount, for them to make that amount, yeah, maybe 50K. Oh, maybe when it was 90%. Oh, I see. Intraday, one-time fee eval, $25. Oh, but you have to pay activation fee with this one. I see. Okay, let's just take the lowest price of a 50K. $25 plus whatever the activation fee is. Okay, guys. So even if they bought it for 90% off, how much would that be? Like $16 from their price? Plus the activation. How much are the activation fees? Like 75, 80? Oh no, he got paid 180K. But he submitted. So I will tell you guys, because I've been alerted before with Tradify and Take Profit Trader back when I was with Take Profit Trader, but we do have people even in this community, and they'll alert me that they're gonna ban they do ban these people, guys. There's people who every single time they buy a challenge, they do a chargeback if they fail. Yes, those people are out there, guys. And if you have a pattern of doing that over and over and over, you're going to get banned from the firms, right? So it is a thing. A lot of people are doing it. He's requesting 2,000 back, not 2,000 accounts. No. He's requesting 2,000 chargebacks. Those are 2,000 different transactions. Right? There's no $ here. He submitted. Right? When you submit a chargeback, let's say you buy something right now. You go to a bookstore, I don't know, and you submit a chargeback. That's for that book. He submitted 2,000 chargebacks. It says it right here. 2,000 chargebacks. Not $2,000 in chargebacks. No. He submitted over 2,000 chargeback request. So, yeah, like you guys said, he probably bought when it was like 90% off. Just probably like bought like 20 of them or whatever. So that adds up. I mean, so that right there, I mean, 20 of those, I mean, that's 20 already. Who knows how many times he bought 20. If you think about it, guys, think about what some of these people do. A lot of them blow accounts in a day and they re-up them, right? So let's say he bought 20 today and he failed. And let's say he bought 20 more or reset 20 more today, right? That's 40. That would count as 40 different chargebacks. So if you really think about it, you can get to that number 2,000 kind of quickly, right? If you buy 20 5 times and fail all 20 and you charge back them all, that's 100. And you only did it 5 times. So if you guys really think about it, five resets is already 100 chargebacks. So 50 resets would be 1,000 chargebacks. So if you think about it, it's doable. Which means 100 resets would be about 2,000 different chargebacks, right? Think about it. Because we just saw that, remember that other lawsuit from the other week? They had that guy on record where he was blowing at least 10 to 11 accounts a day and resetting for 3 years straight. Remember that lawsuit we talked about? So, there's people out there, and nothing wrong with that, guys. You should reset. You should. But if you find yourself resetting multiple times in a day, it is time to look in the mirror and say, okay, either A, you don't know when to walk away. B, you're just trading random setups, right? The hardest thing in trading is to know when to walk away. But there's a lot of people doing that, guys. So it's not too far off. The 100 resets. There's people who reset 100 times in a month. It's very common. I don't know over the course of how long this was, though. Oh, this is from February. Oh, this is from February 2023. It's plenty of time to reset 100 times from then to now, right? 2023 to now, plenty of times. So, yeah, I don't know how much he's paid, but when you're paying those activation fees, I don't know how much they are. Maybe I can just Google. How much are Apex activation fee? We'll say on a 50K. 85 to 150, depending on your account type. Okay, well, we'll just take the lowest one, $85 plus the $16 for the 90% off, right? So let's just say you're paying $100 per account. We'll times it by 2,000. Yeah, see, this is why he's doing the chargebacks, because he's still negative, right? You made 180K, but let's just hypothetically say you spent 202,000. You're negative 22K, right, on your return. So They have more than 100K a month. It's crazy. Oh, Ancient, you missed that other case. That other case was crazy. The guy spent over 400,000. Not this case, guys, but there's another lawsuit that's public, and he's suing because he spent over 400K in the last 3 years on challenges. He wants his 400K back. He's not looking for extras. He's looking for his 400K back. But it's like, no one told you to spend that, you know? Not bad. But again, guys, this is hypothetically, for this case, hypothetically, if the guy bought 50Ks that were 90% off, and then he passed and did activation fees, hypothetically, he'd be negative 22K. Now, if he bought the 150Ks, he'd be negative a lot more than that. So we don't know. We don't know, you know, it's probably in the lawsuit what account types they were, but I'm actually going to assume he's more than negative 22K. So yeah, you may say, oh, he got paid 180. That's a lot, but he spent more than that. Overall, right? Overall return, he spent more than that. That's why he's doing the chargebacks. For each chargeback initiated by user, Apex is charged a non-refundable $25 fee. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, when a firm is, you know, when a firm has to deal with chargebacks, or any business, there's always a fee that the business has to pay, which is why businesses don't like chargebacks, because it's not just refunding money to a customer, but as a business, you got to pay a fee. So with Apex, they're saying the fee they had to pay was $25 per chargeback, as it says here. So $25 times 2,000. And it said that the person submitted over 2,000 chargebacks, but so that's already 50K in fees, not counting the money that they had to charge back. See what I mean? This is why it's a problem for the firm. It's annoying. It's annoying. It's a hassle. That's ridiculous. And guess what? If this person loses this lawsuit, I bet you they're gonna counter to get back their 50K. See, that's what some of these people don't realize is, yeah, you want to try to get your money back because you're upset that you're negative, or you're upset that you lost. But when you're not dealing with some regular person, you're dealing with firms with hundreds of millions of dollars. You're costing these firms a lot of money. You're going to get countersued. Wake up and smell the flowers. You thought you was mad about your money then? Wait till you lose this case and you get countersued. Think about how much money you're going to have to pay out then. People don't think. See, people get so sue happy. You know? They get so sue happy. They think, oh my God, let me sue this place for a lot of money. Let me just get my money back. You got to really understand law. Karma's a thing. I mean, even when you're signing these contracts to buy challenges or evaluations, it says it in the small print, in the fine print, that you understand what you're purchasing. You know? Make no sense. They press the button, LOL, no one told you to do it. Yay. By the way, chat, we are just sitting here, right? We came down 85 points and we have just been sitting here the last 20 minutes. So shout out to the chat. Y'all been super, super patient. Let's do some membership recognition while we're waiting here. Yeah. What we got here? We got Kiki with the 1 month membership. Joiner, welcome to the membership. We got Octor as a new member. D-Hub with the 8 months. We got DJ Tremaine, new member here. We got Resident Evil as a new member. Thank y'all so much. Of course, it's not all of our members, but just some people who recently renewed their membership or recently joined. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. So chat, if you guys want to support the stream, it's real easy. All you got to do is join the membership. Of course, another free way to support the stream is to click that like button. But as you guys know, this is it's a podcast, it's a show, it's a whole production. Obviously, money goes into producing the free streams for you guys. So thank you guys for joining the membership. I appreciate it. Okay. Back to where we are here. Let's take a little brief break off of these lawsuits. We got a little comedic relief for you. I'm not sure who this is, but to my fellow golfers, those of you who do golf, let me know if you know who this is. So we have a lady here. She's in the water. About to hit this golf ball. Let's see what happens. And sometimes this happens when we're trading, guys. This happens. This is when you say, yeah, I'm going to follow all my rules today. I'm going to follow all my rules. And then what happens? You end the day like that. Tiger Woods' wife? Wait, is it really? Is that really his wife? But yeah, chat. Look, we've all been there before, chat. Like I said, we've all been there before. Oh, this week I'm going to follow all my rules. I'm going to refresh my accounts. And then how do we end the week, chat? We end the week like this. It happens, you know. It happens to the best of us. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we're still consolidating here. Brand new 5-minute candle. We're still sitting here. Okay, we'll still discuss some things. Hillary Clinton. All right. That does not look like Hillary Clinton. What were you seeing? Hillary Clinton is crazy. What? Anybody out there, let me get a 1 in the chat if you like to watch movies. Let me get a 1 in the chat. Come on. Who likes watching movies? Well, if you enjoy movies, or if you enjoy comedies, ladies and gentlemen, Grown Ups 3. Here's a shot of the cast. They are filming. It's going to be a Netflix production, which means it's going to be free, y'all. You're going to be able to see it on Netflix. They are filming. This is the cast. Super excited. I love Adam Sandler movies and all of his. Oh, look at Chris Rock is going to be it. Oh, everybody's in it. Everybody's in it. This is going to be fun. But Grown Ups 3, they're on the Netflix set. They're filming. So this will be a fun movie to watch. I'm sure it'll be coming out very, very soon. Let's see what other news we got here. Elon Musk. Tesla and SpaceX has a $119 billion Texas factory. And it does not look real. Check this out, everybody. What do you think of this? Very futuristic, right? Holy. What are we thinking, chat? You love Grown Ups? Awesome. Waiting for that one? Yeah, I can't wait to watch that one. Now, I'm going to show you the perspective of how big this is. Yes, it cost 119 billion, guys. This is insane. It's so crazy how much this thing costs. But here's some pictures of it. Look at this thing. Incredible. I mean, look at this sky view from the clouds. Let me zoom out some. What in the world? It looks so futuristic, right? What? This thing is crazy. Linz, have you watched The Last House? No, I added it to my list, though. I added it to my list. Did you guys watch it? Let me know in the chat if you guys watched it. So just to put in perspective of how big this is, if we put this, you know that tall building in Dubai? Y'all know that tall building in Dubai, right? That real tall building in Dubai? It's right here. So if you put Elon Musk's $1.9 billion thing next to it, look how tall it is compared to that tall building in Dubai. Yeah, what the heck? What in the world? This is crazy, right? Look at this. And I got one more for you guys. One more. 5-minute candle's gonna close in 2 minutes. One more. If we put this in the Grand Canyon, what in the world? It's taller than it? Like, what? This is insane. This is crazy. What a facility. You can't even, like... I wonder how long it takes to run from one end to the other. But yeah, this is Elon Musk's new Tesla and SpaceX facility. It's in Texas, guys. It's in Texas. Texas got the land for it. Holy. Imagine the amount of security he's got to hire. Psh. Yo, working security for this place must be super cool. Just insane. Imagine. They probably got to have multiple cafeterias, multiple this and that. I don't know. I think it's interesting. Love to find a way to live under the ocean. Someone said Adam Sandler always makes sure to turn filming the grown-ups movies into a paid vacation with his friend. That's funny. Honestly, y'all, from those who I know who have met Adam Sandler, such a humble guy. That's why he wears like basketball shorts and a t-shirt to the award shows, because he doesn't care to dress and look fancy, or he just don't care. He's not like a show off, showy person. He's not into all that stuff. He just likes living life. Did you guys see what happened with his daughter? It was like in the news. Again, he's like a chill guy. He's not too like fancy. So, you know, he's raising his daughter the same way. So his daughter, for those who don't know, if you've never been to a high-end designer store, when you go into a high-end designer store, if you don't look like you have money, like if you're not dressed a certain way, they always assume you don't have enough to shop there. I've been a victim of this. I've been a victim of this myself. I can tell you guys, depending on what I'm wearing, if I go into a high-end store, they will treat me different. So crazy. But anyway, his daughter went into, I forgot what store it was, but it was a high-end store recently. And she's just wearing like regular whatever clothes, t-shirt, whatever. That's how she was raised. And they was trying to pocket watch her. They didn't know it was Adam Sandler's daughter. But they said some snarky things, and they basically acted like she couldn't afford it, and they wanted her to get out. She called her dad, and her dad came over to the store. He shut it down. He shut it down. But, yeah, it's interesting, y'all. Interesting. Don't get me wrong. I understand in a way where things are pretty expensive in these stores, so they want to make sure someone can afford it and they're not there to steal it, but it's not nice to profile people. You know? Crazy I'd be in the business, not like to show off. Yeah, he's such a humble guy. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some people are flashy, some people aren't. You know, it's based on your personality. There's nothing wrong with buying what you want to buy. You know? But you will quickly see that most people, when they get money, they quickly realize that they're just buying it to impress other people. You buying it and you feel good because, oh, let me take a picture of this, put it on Instagram so people can see. Let me show people my car. Let me show people my chrome hearts. Let me show them this and that, right? Because you want the satisfaction of being accepted. But you will quickly realize that it doesn't matter. And it's a hard-hitting stone when you realize how much it doesn't matter. How much people don't care. They just want you to spend money so they can live vicariously through you. but they really don't care. And then when you're sitting at home and nobody's around you and you're not around these people anymore, you realize, dang, who'd I buy this for? Me? Right? But think about it. The hard hitter for a lot of people. You gotta buy what you like. Buy that shirt because you like it. It don't matter what nobody else on this earth thinks, chat. You want to buy that shirt? Buy that shirt. You want to buy those pants? Buy those pants. You want to buy those shoes? Try them out. What matters is, do you like it? Do you want to try it? Not because other people got it, but do you want to try it, right? It's about you, as it should be. If you live your life trying to please others, you will never be happy, right? Too many people on this earth care about what other people think. They can't be their true, authentic selves, right? Just be you. I feel like it's also a trick to get you to buy the whole store if you do have money. But yeah, that's what these rappers do, right? They got what? I mean, when you really take a step back and look at it, right? They got what, like 3-4 chains on? Mind you, those type of chains are very heavy, by the way. As soon as they leave the limelight, they take them off immediately. Or they get off the stage, they take them off. It's heavy. He wants to wear all that. They got two watches on. Oh, let me put the Patek on this one. Let me put the Rollie on this one. Let me put the Audemars on this hand, and let me put, it's like, just think about it, guys. Do you go outside with 2 watches on? No, you don't. Why? Because that would feel weird. That would feel like, oh, I have these 2 on so I could show people that I have it. Why do you feel the need to show people that you see, right? See? Then you catch yourself. You catch yourself, right? So when you sometimes we got to take a step back. Sometimes we got to walk outside the house, turn around and look at the house. Then we can really see what's going on. But, that's culture. That's where things are nowadays, I guess. Everybody wants to have 20 chains on their neck, 5 watches on their wrists, and I guess whatever. But like I said, you don't have to do those things. You can just be yourself, have a mind of your own. There's nothing wrong with wanting to look well or wanting to impress yourself, right? Dress to impress yourself. Wear that watch because you want to wear that watch. You get what I'm saying, chat? Get what I'm saying? Let me get a 1 in the chat if you get what I'm saying. Let me get a 1 in the chat. The richest people in the world are some of the most saddest people in the world. Been a quote for a long time for a reason. Because those who don't have money always say, oh, if I had money, I would be this way. Oh, I would never be depressed if I had this. Oh, I would never. Yeah, but you're not there, so you don't know. Most people have a hard taste of reality because they will realize that money will not fix your sadness. Everybody who don't have money thinks it's going to fix their sadness, and that's what they thought too. And you better start listening to people because it won't fix it. It won't fix the depression. It won't fix none of it. Can it help you? Yes. And say it can't help you. But will it fix it? No. It's got to come within. Why do you think all these people with money, you see them crashing out, right? You see these people online. They're crashing out. They're losing their minds. They're going crazy. Or they're drugged up all the time. And you may say to yourself, oh, well, they have all this money. How come? Right? That's what the public says. But like I said, money will not fix anything. It can help you, but it's all on how you use it to help you, right? So just something to think about, guys. I don't want you to think that money's going to solve all your issues, because you will have a hard dose of reality like others who thought the same. What's going to fix you is you and your mindset, right? More money, more problems. There you go. Yep. More money, more problems. It's a quote for a reason. If this closed below, we might see a push down. Ooh, interesting, agent. Interesting. Yeah, more money, more problems. The quote for a reason. It's an old school quote. It gets dark, guys. It can get really dark. And when you get to that point, a lot of times you're alone too, So what I will tell you is this is why we talk about mindset. You want to work on your mindset now. So when you get to these levels, you know how to continuously work on your mindset, right? So that goes back to what I just said about pouring into yourself. Do things for you. Have some goals, guys. When you get that payout, what you gonna buy yourself? Don't spend it all on something, but you can take a small portion and reward yourself as you should. Buy that shirt you've been wanting to buy. Buy a new pair of shoes. Buy that game you've been wanting to try. Maybe you want to take a little road trip on the weekend. Go take that road trip, right? Reward yourself. Always reward yourself. Pour into you. Because if you don't pour into you, you're going to feel that emptiness, right? We want to practice doing stuff for ourselves so that as we grow in levels and we become more elite in our finances, we already know what to do. We know to pour into ourselves, right? We already know what to do. Denzel said money can't buy happiness, but haluva down payment. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I like what's his name? You see what Kai Cenat is doing now? He went through a little bit of a harsh depression period a few months back as he took some months off of streaming, and the internet went crazy with, oh, well, if I had 70 million, how would you feel depressed? How are you depressed if you have blah, blah, blah money? How you the internet then ate him up. And that even, to someone who's feeling depressed, that makes them feel even worse, right? That people think because you got 70 million or more that you can't be depressed, right? People call your depression fake and all that. But anyway, he had to deal with that the last several months. Now, if you see him, he came back. Look at his body. His body looks amazing, right? He's been in the gym. He's been focused on his health. He's been focused on what he's eating. He hired some personal trainers. He hired some people to help him, right? He's using his money, right? You love that for him, right? I love to see that for people, right? Money doesn't buy happiness, but he learned to, let me use my money to help me get there. Right? Let me use my money to buy a personal chef who can make me healthy food. Let me use my money to buy a personal trainer. Let me use my money to invest in myself, not just spend it on, right? He bought all those cars, he bought all those designer clothes, and he was still unhappy within. The internet's praising you. Oh my God, yeah, you got all these cars. Oh my God, you got that mansion. Oh my God. The internet's praising you, but inside, you don't feel anything. Because it eventually becomes numb. Okay, and that's something most people won't experience in their life. They don't know. But like I said, it's really nice to see him turn around and say, you know what? I have the money. So let me use it to help myself. Let me invest in people and things and activities that are going to help me. Right? He's pouring into himself now. And look at him smiling. He's live right now. We're doing this like 24/7 live stream. He's back live, smiling, looks great, looks healthier. Right? So just using that as an example, because I know a lot of people know who he is, but you gotta pour into yourself, guys. If you don't learn nothing from me today, I hope you learn that you need to pour into yourself. Okay? Super important to do. We are just kind of sitting here. Still not liking this too much. See how this closes. Yeah, I don't like this chat. At least we got one W today. Well, we're gonna be patient here. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the stream. Everybody enjoying the stream today? Let me get a 1 in the chat. If you guys been enjoying the stream today, don't forget to click that like button. If you're new, don't forget to turn on post notifications. I know the sun is glaring. I'm so sorry, y'all. We got bright sun out here, but I won't complain because where I live it's beautiful. The weather's beautiful. The nature's beautiful. My view is beautiful. So I will not complain about having sunny weather. I won't. There's something about the sun being so bright every day where it just makes you smile, you know? It like forces you to smile. It forces you to realize, you know what? Today's a new day. Get out there and go for it, right? Reset. Someone told me a long time ago, every time the sun goes up, it's a reset. Don't take yesterday into today. Don't take last week into today. Don't take the whole year into today, right? It's a new day. It's a reset. Every time that sun comes up, reset. And it stood out to me, and I always remember it. So I'm gonna tell you all the same thing. Reset. It's making me look like I got what's that stuff they use in football where they put the black stuff on their face. You always uplift my mornings. Amazing. I love that. Thank you. You know, that's the beauty of the live streams, you know. It's I would say, what are they, like 80% of the people in the world? More than that. Most people are watching live streams nowadays more than TV because you can really connect with the podcaster or live streamer. And it's a really great way. I always say, especially if you're down, it's a really great way to distract your mind. Um, that's what you got to do. You got to have that distraction. You can't always concentrate on your problems in life. You got to have that dopamine distraction, right? Next thing you know, we're going to be working out in between trades. We're about to have a whole workout here between trades. I'm going to have y'all standing up and working out in between setups here. I'm excited to work out today. I've been really pushing. I've been really pushing. I missed my runs over the weekend because I had such a bad headache in the morning. I like to run in the morning. Maybe tonight I'll go running. Gotta get back on those runs. Facts, like-minded connect. Take the motivation out the podcast. Nice. I prefer cloudy days. Okay, you prefer cloudy days. Everyone's got a preference. Been hot here, but I love the sun. Yeah, it's been hot here. Yeah, definitely been hot. Let's see, y'all. We got some news from Top Step updating the trading rules. All right. Looks like people are upset about this. It's about the news. The next CPI release is August 12th. There won't be any opening transactions within the 10-minute window. So you cannot. So if you're with Top Step, they're changing the news trading rule. You cannot trade 10 minutes before the news and you can't trade 10 minutes after. That sucks. And they released this Friday after NFP because people are full port in NFP. But that sucks. I gotta tell you guys, as much as we like prop firms, there's the other extent where perks of having your own personal account come into play too. Because you can trade whatever you want. You know, prop firms have all these like restrictions. And don't get me wrong, rules are rules. But that's a little annoying for those who don't full port the news and actually have a strategy that may just set up during that time. That's annoying, you know. That's all. They could make it like maybe a 5-minute rule. I feel like 5 minutes is appropriate. What do you think, chat? 10 minutes is a little annoying. Maybe 5 minutes before, 5 minutes after. Let me know how y'all feel about that in the chat, about it being 10 minutes before and after you can't trade. And it will be an account violation, by the way. So you'll lose your account. Tough. Wow. 5 minutes is cool. Alrighty, we're coming down here. We're bouncing off of this zone. Not too much movement happening here. Let's see what else we got for you. Okay, this will be fun. These are some words of things you've seen and experienced in life, but maybe you didn't realize they were words. Let's check this out. Let's see. There's going to be 4, chat, so I want you guys to keep track of your score, okay? So, so there's going to be a total. If you go 4 for 4, you'll get 100 points. So each one is worth 25 points. Are we ready? Let me get a ready in the chat if we're ready. Let's see who can go 4 for 4. Again, each will be 25 points. I'm going to need everybody to keep track of their points. Let me get a ready in the chat if you are ready. Take a sip of this water. What's up, Wizzy? Good morning. All right. Thank you, Zombones. Okay, number 1. Here we go. Do you know the word? Oh, here it is. Do you know the word patricor? 0 in the chat if you don't know it. 25 in the chat because you can get 25 points if you do know it. So 0 in the chat if you don't know it. 25 if you do know it. Let me see those scores. Patricor. The smell of rain on dry ground. Patricor. You guys got to write this down so you can start using it on people. So they can be like, wait, what? Go up to someone, you smell like patricor. What? Okay, hold those scores. Hold those scores. Number 2. Do you know the word nurdle? N-U-R-D-L-E. Nurdle. If you know the word nurdle, add 25 points to your current score. If you don't know the word nurdle, add 0 points to your current score. Let me see those scores. Where are we at now? Uh-oh. How many people are going to get 100 out of 100? A nurdle is a small amount of toothpaste on a toothbrush. Who would have known? 0 sounds made up. Yeah, I've never heard of that word. I've never heard anybody use that. Small amount of toothpaste on a toothbrush. Okay. 3 for 4. Here we go. Number 3. 3 out of 4. Here we go. Have you heard of Zarf? Z-A-R-F. Zarf. Add 25 points to your score if you know it. Add 0 points to your score if you don't know it. A zarf. Let's take some guesses in the chat. What is a zarf? We're still at 0, chat? You're still at 0? We're still at 0. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's not looking good. The cardboard sleeve around your coffee cup. Ain't no way. Any baristas in the chat? Anybody used to be a barista, or are you a barista now? Or anybody here used to serve coffee or serve coffee? Because I never heard anybody say, do you want a zarf? What? I never heard anybody say that in my life. Okay, chat, last one. Last one. Number 4 is going to be a title with 2 T's. A title with 2 T's. Do you know what a title is with 2 T's? Add 25 points to your score if you do. Add 0 points if you don't know what a title with 2 T's is. Interesting. Oh, okay. We got 25. Well, most people got 0. This is the last one. Let me see those final scores. What's your final score? The dot over an I or a J. Low key, I feel like we might have learned this in elementary school, huh? We might have learned this. I can't remember. I feel like we have. The dot over an I or J is called a title. Interesting. All right, chat. That was the game. That was fun. Hopefully, you learned some new words you can throw at people today and have them be like, what? What is that? You know? Have people question your vocab today. Alrighty. Taking a look at this bounce up here. Look at this. So far, we're respecting these lows over here. We're bouncing off of this zone here. See how we feel about it. Ooh, 15 minutes. A little annoying. Not the greatest. And chat, while we're scoring things, let me go ahead and let me get some scores on this price action here. Did you pronounce it wrong? Probably. I probably did. I'll definitely sorry for my next coffee trip. That's funny. Let's score this price action today. How are we feeling about it? 0 through 10. 10 being the greatest price action of all time. 0 being the worst. How are we feeling? Smokey says 10. How are we feeling about this? Anybody else think it's a 10 out of 10? Right, that 5-minute candle did close. We could buy up here. This could be room for some more buys. But it's just I just don't like the way it's setting up today. I'm just not feeling it. Price action 4, 5, 3, 2. Interesting, interesting. I'm gonna give it a I'm gonna give it a 6. I'm gonna give it a 6. There's not too much volume. There was more volume, probably move around a little more. I probably like it a little more. But we did get a win today, so I'll give it a 6. I won't rate it too low. We got a nice W this morning. Alrighty. No news Monday. Yeah, no major scheduled news today. We do get some news. It'll be unscheduled. While we're waiting here, let's check out this case, guys. A Dollar General employee suffered a diabetic episode. They drank $1.69 orange juice while working. Then they paid for it minutes later. She was fired for grazing, but a jury later awarded her $277,565 in damages. W jury. W jury. What do y'all think about this? Isn't that petty? You're having a diabetic episode, so you go grab some orange juice real quick to make sure you don't freaking pass out or die. And you pay for it, and they still fire you over $1.69, but you did pay for it. You paid for it within minutes. It ain't like you drunk it and didn't pay for it. That's super petty. Whoever fired her for that is super petty. But hey, she got that check. You got that check. Hopefully you should do something with it. That's so petty. These jobs just don't care about people the way they used to years ago, huh? These corporations, chat. What's going on? These corporations don't give a damn no more. Like, seriously. Chat, I know somebody in tech. They work in tech and they've been unemployed for over a year, looking job hunting. They have a lot of experience. Finally got a job interview, smashed it. Got a second job interview with the firm, smashed it. And they said they wanted to hire him. Now, the starting day they had, the starting date they had was the day of this guy. This guy's dad suddenly died, okay? Father passed away, unfortunately. And you know how you set up the funeral and all that stuff. But anyway, long story short, the start day of this new job is the same day as his dad's funeral. And he was letting them know, like, hey, like, fortunately, I can't start that day. Can I just start Monday? They want him to start on a Friday. And they said, no, if you want this job, you're going to start today because the business needs it. And long story short, obviously he couldn't go through with it, even though he's been waiting to you know, great salary job too. It's so sad, right? It's so ignorant. And the thing about this isn't just how long he was waiting for a job. It's not about missing out on that great salary, but that's how you treat your employees. You couldn't just start him on Monday, like 3 days later. Like, be real. And the other thing is he applied to this job 4 months ago. So mind you, it's like no one's been in this position for 4 months. So what's another 3 days, right? These jobs are just, you know what I mean, chat? It's just so, like, people don't care about people no more. It's so messed up. So messed up. And some of these, not all, but some of these HR people, they just feel so powerful being in that HR spot. Yeah, I'm talking to you. If you're someone who you know who you are. Y'all just feel so damn powerful in those HR chairs because y'all get a lot of power with deciding who can get in and who can't, huh? But yeah, I say it's a blessing in disguise because I mean, I wouldn't want to work for someone who acts like that, you know? Crazy they fired her for grazing? Mm-hmm. Got fired for a health emergency. I know, right? Kind of positive he found out what type of employer. Yep, they are up front. You're right. Why start him on a Friday anyway? She meant, right? Yeah, that too. It's like, you're starting me on a Friday. Like, and Monday's a big deal. Like, just changing it to the next Monday. Like, what? People are petty. Yep, it's me. Sorry, smoking. It's me. Sorry. Even if he got the job, missed his dad's funeral, they still going to fire him over a petty thing. Yep. No matter what, he could have a great time. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Probably still would have got fired for something petty. That's true. Very true. And it's unfortunate. I had a job years ago where my grandmother had passed. And I at the time I was younger, but at the time, you know, I took care of her. I lived with her, you know, took care of her. So at the time when I called in the morning, you know what the HR lady said to me, chat? She said, so you're not coming in? What do you mean, so I'm not coming in? Did you not just hear what I said? Like, what? And then she's like, well, I mean, if you don't come in, it's going to be a point. And like, are we slow? You think I give a damn about a point in that moment? But yeah, they're giving me such a hassle about it and how it's gonna be a point and basically trying to convince me to come in. But yeah, long story short, they're basically acting like it wasn't a big deal. But that's how it is, chat. Some of these HR people. Telling you. Crazy. We gotta bring back the early 2000s and the 90s. People were more wholesome. When people were more genuine. We gotta bring that back. We are flying up here. Seriously, flying up. This thing may be out of here. Maybe a home run. Ah, NASDAQ. NASDAQ with the home runs. Take a look at this door while we're waiting. Look how big this door is. This is an ancient door. Isn't this crazy? Wow. Wow, 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 wow. This is such a huge door. It's amazing how some of this ancient architecture looks. Isn't that crazy, chat? Look how tall this is. What the heck? Bring a dragon through there. That's some Game of Thrones stuff. This is where they store the dragons. Alrighty here, NASDAQ has lifted itself up the ground here. 90 points. Back up we go. Mango, hello. How's your Monday going? Hope it's going well. The ancient stuff lasts longer than the modern stuff. That's true. So giants did exist? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, giants exist. What the heck is this? Hold on, I gotta show y'all this while we're waiting. What the heck is this? Brace yourselves. Oh. Not Black Ops loaded in the background. Okay. Why did you dump all the sauce? You know how you have drawers on the side of your bed, chat? Is that sauce over here too? You filled your drawer with sauce? And then you dumped it on your bed? The amount of bugs that you're going to accumulate is going to be horrendous. You better throw all that out because the amount of creepy crawlers that it's on its way. The door's too small for me. Looks depressing. The caption is POV when your laziness takes over. That ain't lazy. That's I don't know. What is that? That ain't laziness. That's just who dumps sauce on their bed? I've never seen that in my life. Guess I'm fasting this morning. Hi, Seven. Good morning. Good morning, Lindsay. That dude is gross. I can hear the files already. Why he gotta be a Call of Duty player too, you know? Just had to be a Call of Duty player. Oh, wait, what happened? What happened? Oh. I think Nightbot got you for the WTF. All right, that's okay, Nightbot. That's okay, Nightbot. Hold on. Sorry, Hobby. Nightbot's being a little petty. Haven't had McDowell's in I don't know how long, but that reaffirmed my hiatus. I bet that was AI. The sauce looks so real on the bed, though, no? You think it's AI? Why does sauce look... It looks so real on that bed, though. I don't know, guys. I've never seen sauce on a bed. I've just never seen that in my entire life of existing. Like, I know, guys, I know humans do dumb stuff, but I didn't know we were getting that dumb. That's just a whole nother level. I don't even know what to call it. There's probably already bugs up in there. It's not AI. I don't think that one was. It looked very real with the I mean, look at the room. The pool of sauce. What is this news here? All right, let's see. Yeah, we're pretty much just ranging here. We're back up to this new zone. Maybe a GG's for me today. I want to see if we can get a second trade in, but I just wasn't liking this too much. Moving up, though, I mean, we'll see. We will see. Let's see what else we got in news today. Twitch streamer Amarith dropped 96,000 on a pet zebra named Stripes. Even though zebras are terrible pets, they're wild animals that need a full herd for companionship. They get stressed when they're in isolation and they aren't built or temporarily suited for life as someone's exotic accessory. Okay, so we can see the internet's mad at her for this. I mean, I agree. Yeah, zebras are supposed to be in... They're not supposed to be kept as pets. They are supposed to be in herds. They can get anxiety and depression too. Not supposed to keep it by its lonesome. But, yeah. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it. You paid 96,000 for it? Oh my goodness. Well, it's Amarith. I mean, she's a popular streamer. I mean, she's been doing this streaming thing for a long time. A lot of followers, millions. But I feel like it should be illegal to purchase certain animals as pets if you're not certified and you're not establishing like a sanctuary or something, like an animal sanctuary. You know, certain things should be illegal. Is a zebra a black horse with white stripes or a white horse with black stripes? I can't. I'm mad at her for that. People get... Right, get a stuffed animal, right? Get a damn stuffed animal. Because how are you even going to take care of this thing? She's always live. First of all, you're always live. Like, she'll be live for hours. How are you going to take care of this thing? And keep it isolated like that. They're not supposed to be isolated. People, do your research on animals before you buy them. Holy. Jeez. High opportunity. Good morning. Lynn, what I've bought from that support zone. Yeah, I had thought about it as I mentioned it, but Giving last week's markets, the way the market set up last week, I want to see, Monday usually gives you kind of good depiction too. So I'm choosing to be more of a watcher for that one, just to see if it gets some follow through, right? It got some follow through. Not too much though. I mean, if I was in it where I was going to buy it, I'd only be up like 45 points, which is fine, but I'm not going to trip over 40 points. Let's see. We do have some more company earnings this week, y'all. Indeed, we do. Let's take a look at some of those. Today, before the opening, we had Monday.com. What is Monday.com? Wait, Monday.com? What is that, chat? Berkshire. We all know Berkshire. After the close, we got Hims and Hers, Plug, QCI, GCT, USA Rare Earth. Tomorrow before the opening bell, we got C reporting their earnings, Cardinal Health, Tencent Music Entertainment, Venture Global, Rackspace Technology. All right. After the close, we got Kava. A lot of people know Kava. B&G Foods Inc., Lumentum, Firefly, CoreWeave. Wednesday, before the opening, we got Beta, we got TE, Trimble, Liquidia, Amcor. After the close, we got Cisco. Some of these names a lot of people may not recognize. I know last week's earnings, you guys probably knew most of those companies, right? Gemini is going to report their earnings after the opening on Thursday. I'm sorry, after the close. That one's going to be a real interesting one, Gemini. What's Monday.com, though? What is that? You love Kava? I got to go there. I still haven't been there. I hear a lot of good things about it. I should go. Chat, I'm curious what Monday.com is. Has anyone been to Monday.com? AI workspace where people and agents drive business results together. Oh. Is it like a Jira type of thing? Or like a, kind of seems like a Jira type of thing. Oh, okay. I see. Well, that's for bigger businesses with tasks. I see. Cool. Love Kava too? What do y'all get from Kava? Let me know. What do y'all get in your bowls? HR app. Yeah, it looks like you use it for a lot of different things. You can use it for tech too. Send out tasks. Well, yeah, I never heard of Monday.com. While we're waiting here, Top Step's going to be dropping more 250k accounts in their lab this week, so look out for that. Those of you who are interested. Just giving you guys the news. I know when they dropped this last month, they sold out in 5 minutes? I remember that. Made 100k in 5 minutes. So because it did so well and it sold out so quickly, they said, look out for your email. They're going to be dropping more 250k accounts this week. So I'm assuming they'll give more out this time too, but just a heads up for those interested. What else do we got here? Get a rice bowl with veggies. Okay. There's a place I like to go. I go to here. One of my go-to places where you can like build your protein bowl. You can get rice, you can get chicken, you can get some sauce on it, whether it's like teriyaki, whatever sauce you want. You can get some beans if you want. You get veggies, steamed veggies. Build a whole nice protein bowl for you. They got protein shakes made fresh. Really good. Of course, expensive if you start buying it all the time and every day, but it's really good. Nice to have those healthier places out there. Are we taking a bank shot off of this zone here? Having trouble pushing through it, which I'm so glad I didn't take this, because like I said, I only would have went up about 45 points. If I was still holding this, now I'd be up, what, 20 points? So no harm, no foul. We haven't been holding a direction either side here. Java's the same. You can build your bowl. Oh, do they have protein shakes there? Let me see. Yeah, I gotta go. I've been saying I'm gonna try it, and I haven't tried it yet, but I've been saying I gotta try it. Kava. That drink looks so good. Look at this bowl. They got salmon. Got salmon bowls. They got salmon bowls? What? Strawberry sesame. I'm just trying to... Uh-oh, you guys might have gave me a new place. Y'all might have gave me a new place. I like what I'm seeing. Even at the bottom. I mean, look at the salmon with the cucumber and the... Yeah, we like healthy meals. Chat, the better you eat, the more energy you will have. You will start to feel better. You will see a difference, I promise. Newton, good morning. Hello. I've quit trading 5 times in 5 years, and every time I come back, I always come back here. Very nice community, very consistent host. Thank you, Lens. Your risk management lessons. Thank you, and I appreciate that. Yeah, guys, we're not really holding follow through, like I said, on either side here. It's a little frustrating, which is why I was being more cautious. Things are slowing down a bit here in the market. No worries, though. Let's take a look at Tradingviews posted a new comparison chart. And they're funny. They said, we love comparison charts. Let's take a look at this. This candle's got 3 minutes left on it. So basically, they're comparing their prices to Top Step and Lucid. Okay, so Tradingviews over here. If you see my mouse. So if you buy 5 50K accounts, you can get them for $470. If you use code LENS and you buy a bundle of 5, you get an extra 5% off of each if you're doing the bundle, by the way. So if you're comparing the 470 to Top Step, if you choose Top Step, you have to choose that daily DLL and that other rule they have. Then it knocks their price down to 475. With Lucid, 5 accounts would be 525 for 50Ks. We go down to the evaluation. There's a 40% consistency rule with Tradingviews. Top Step has a 50%. 50% is good. Lucid has 50%. For the funded account stage, Tradingviews gives you 90-10. And you can choose your route, right? You can do every 5 winning days of 150 or more. Very similar to Top Step, 90-10, 5 winning days, 150 or more. Same thing over here with Lucid. We go down to the payout caps though. If you're looking at Tradingviews 50Ks, the payout cap is $3,000 per account. Top Step payout cap per account is $2,000 on the 50Ks. It used to be $5,000, but they did cut that in April 2026 of this year. Dang, Top Step. Yeah, I do feel like the last couple months, and I do love Top Step. You guys know I like Top Step, but like I said, sometimes I may not agree with everything, but they have been cutting those payouts down, huh? Payout caps went from 5K to 2K in the last couple months. Lucid, if you have 50Ks, payout cap is 2K per account. So again, Tradify is, I mean, come on now. All right, when we come down to going live, remember there are bonus rewards. So you can win an extra 20K, not win an extra, but you would deserve it based on your consistent trading. I don't know if a lot of people know about the live bonuses in Tradify's accounts, but you guys realize with the 50Ks, you can earn an extra 20K, right? I don't know if y'all know that, but if you don't know that, I'll explain it to you. With Top Step, you have the opportunity to win some money, but remember, they're doing a competition now for their bonuses, so it's a little different. So if you ain't winning in the competition, I mean, you ain't getting no bonuses. Tradify, they're not doing a competition. It's based on your individual performance. So as long as you reach the parameters, you get a bonus that month. Does that make sense, guys? Now, the only con to Tradify's bonuses in the live accounts, because it's great, right? It only depends on you. But the con to it is they only do it for 2 months. So after that, no more bonuses. So I think, in my opinion, what Tradify should do is maybe extend those bonuses out for every month or every other month. What do y'all think? Maybe every other month. It needs to be sustainable for the business. You know, it could be, hey guys, this month for the live traders, we're going to do the bonuses, blah, blah, blah. Let's see how you do. Now for those who are wondering, okay, how do I get the bonus? If you have a 50K live account with Tradify, let's say you have, I don't know, 3 50Ks. The way it works is they're not going to combine your funded accounts and make it one live account. If you have 3 50Ks, you got a 50K live, 50K live, and another 50K live. They're all separate, so you can trade them separately if you want to. So they're all 3 are going to qualify individually. So with the 50Ks, you got to make 3K profit within the month. You can withdraw. They'll keep track of your profits. As long as you make 3K profit on at least one of these, let's say you only make 3K on one of them, that qualifies for a 2K bonus. You're going to get extra 2K at the end of the month. But let's say you qualified for, you copy traded all 3 of these. That's 2K, 2K. This one qualifies for 2K. That's a total of 6K bonus that month. Makes sense, everybody? Let me get a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. Chat's been a little quiet. I want to make sure the math is mathing. I want to make sure y'all are following me. Let me get a 1 in the chat. You're still following me here. So yeah, that's how you can qualify. But again, you may be like, well, Lynn, so how did you say it goes up to 20K? Well, let me show you. Let's go back. If you have 5 50K live accounts, and again, they're going to be individual. So this one, right? They're individual. You can trade them together. You can trade them separately. It's up to you. If all of these qualify for the 2K bonus, and again, they don't all have to qualify. So if one of your accounts qualifies and maybe you didn't trade the others, it's okay. You'll still get the bonus for that account, by the way. It's in the rules. It says it. 2K, 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 that's a 10K bonus. So again, they only do this for 2 months. So the first month, you'll get a 10K bonus. If you qualify for the second month, you get another 10K bonus. That totals in 20K in bonuses. So that's why if you were wondering, why does it say 20K? That's where they're getting that number from. But again, they only do this for the 2 months. So after you collected your 20K bonus with all 5 50Ks, that's it. But I think because, as you guys see, these prop firms are in competition, right? People are changing their rules. You love Tradify? Me too. Yeah, I love Tradify. People are changing their rules around. So maybe we'll see Tradify maybe do this for more than 2 months. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, you can copy trade. Yeah, so I think, quote me on this, chat, I think they're the only firm that doesn't put your live accounts together, right? All the other firms, don't they put your live accounts together? Um, what's his name? What's his name on Because I've been looking around, chat. I've been looking around at the other streams. Danny, I think his name is Danny on Patrick's stream. Patrick has him on as a host. He always talks about Tradify. He got all his accounts with Tradify, and he talks about how he trades his accounts separately. He's very vocal about that, trading them separately. Like he'll trade one and he'll get a win, and then he'll switch it to another one. Like he'll lock in that win. But he said that he found himself, that's where he found his profitability, right? He found himself buying 5 accounts, blowing them, buying 5 accounts, blowing them. And then for some reason, when he would just, if he had 5, if he just traded them separately on different days, he found that he was doing better. So, you know, there's someone who's making some good money trading them separately, you know? But yeah, that's the cool thing about being on like the Tradivate platform is, I don't know if you guys noticed, but you can create multiple trade copiers, guys. Like you can have a trade copier that copies 5 accounts, and you can create another one that only copies 2 of them, or another one that only copies 3 of them. Like you can create as many copiers as you want, you know? Like leverage your money, move your money around, because the thing is if you have a bad day, now you had a bad day on all of them. You know what I mean? If you blew one up and you're copying, well, you probably blew them all up. You know, so sometimes trading them separately may work better than you think. You know, and I appreciate everybody for being patient today. I know we did take our first trade a little earlier today. After that, it's been a little slow. I appreciate everybody's patience this morning. So thank you so much, chat. Like I said, if you've been enjoying the stream, don't forget to click the like button. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, turn on post notifications. Don't forget. We've just been chatting away with you here. I am starving, chat. It is 9 o'clock in the morning. I've been here since 6. I'm starving. The stomach is growling. Alrighty. What is this? We're just chatting away here while we're waiting. Margaret's not really doing too much here, as you guys can see. So, you know, that's why I bring different topics on stream. You know, while we're waiting, we like to chat about different things. Because 90% of trading is waiting. You know, and if I wasn't live on stream, I wouldn't be sitting here watching this. I would check on it. Yeah, like I'll come back maybe every 15 minutes. I'll peek at it and then I go about my business, you know. Because most of the trading is waiting, right? Not every minute is there going to be a setup. You know, very slow today. Yep. What about the poll? What's the answer? You gotta wait to the end of the stream. I can't believe that 2 of the answers are close and running, though. That's interesting. 2 of these answers are pretty close and running. Let's see what we got here. Imagine you just finished your meal and you paid a bill and this receipt lands on your table. Chicken and waffles, hash browns, turkey bacon, French vanilla coffee. $29, but with tax ended up being $33, and they decided to tip 0. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who do not live in the US, this is how much it costs for if we want to go get a decent breakfast, not even fancy, nothing fancy. We just want to go get a quick little breakfast. That is how much it costs, just so y'all know. That is true. It's like $30 a person. But they decided to tip 0. So the person wrote a note, the waiter or waitress, learn to tip. It's not my job to serve you for free. Oomph. Well, okay. We got 2 wrongs here. Wrong not to tip because you were served. But number 2, it is your job to serve. What are we talking about? It actually is your job. It is your job to serve. But I feel you though. I feel you though. You should have got a tip. Um, it cost almost $50 to eat a decent breakfast, nothing fancy in America per person. So, you know, people aren't tipping. I get it. I get it. That is annoying. But people, if you're not going to tip, at least tip $3. At least 10%, guys. Come on. At least $3. Please. Because they got to make a living too. And the thing is, guys, a lot of these restaurants are making people split their tips together, which sucks for the waitress who's working their butt off all day, right? Other people who might have slacked, they got to split their tips with them. So they're really not, making what you think. How much for the duck bacon? What does it taste like? Oh, the turkey bacon was $5.20. Do you mind showing what consolidation looks like to you on the chart, please? Consolidation is when we are chopping around and we're moving sideways. So if we take a look at this, right here we were consolidating, right here we're consolidating, right here we were doing a little consolidation, right? So we're chopping around, we're moving sideways, right? Again, it's on a lower time frame. This is consolidation, right? We're not moving anywhere. We're just sideways chop. So yeah, that would be consolidation. It's not a must tip, it's just a kind gesture. Yes, I will say, like, even if you go to like Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, and all these other places, you notice at the end it says tip. I mean, yeah, if you feel like tipping, tip. But as far as like getting served food, someone's bringing the plate to you. I mean, I didn't create the culture, guys. I didn't create it, but that's just common courtesy nowadays if you're getting served food to tip. But again, that's, I guess, American culture, I guess. I don't know what to call it, but that has been normalized here. But also, a lot of these restaurant owners don't pay. They used to pay their workers like a lot less because they think, oh, you can just get paid off your tips. So that was the reason behind it before. But nowadays we have something called minimum wage. So you can't pay people below minimum wage. Do people go to Baby Pips anymore to learn the basics? Oh, we talked about that last Friday. I sent people over there. Did anybody do their homework in the chat? I told you guys to check out Baby Pips over the weekend. Oh, actually, somebody earlier today said they did. In the morning, somebody said that they checked it out. But yeah, let me know in the chat if anybody checked out the website. Do a better job, you get a tip. That's true. It's true. Yeah, see, with me, the tip starts in the beginning. I'm already counting, right? Like, the service starts with once I get seated. Once I get seated, ding, 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 your timer's going. Your timer is going. I tip based off the service. Especially if you got an attitude. Oh, you got a bad attitude. GG's on that tip. GG's. But if you're positive, you're nice, you're thoughtful, I pay attention to everything. So I start people at a certain amount, and it goes up and down based on what they do the whole time. It goes up and down. Some people, it goes up and up and up, right? They do a great job. I just keep raising it. I'll keep raising it. Do something, I'll say, okay, oh, I'm taking a little off. So, yeah, I mean, do a good service, get a good tip. Don't get me wrong, though, there are people who never tip. There's those people out there. But honestly, I do feel like you got to think about it. If most people made, say, if most people made the ideal money that they needed to live comfortably and have savings and have all these things, I think most people would tip. If they had decent service, right? If they had decent service, I do think more people would tip, to be fair. Like even on like DoorDash now at times. You guys see all these viral videos? Like some people, not just DoorDash, but like Uber Eats, Grubhub, you know, all these delivery services. These people are standing outside with the food in their hand now, ready to confront you about like, where my tip? You guys see these videos? They're not even placing it down and waiting anymore. They holding it in their hand about like, where's my tip? Like, wait a minute. You here to deliver the food now. Don't get me wrong. You know, the tip helps them. But people, man. People got to be careful. I had a couple years ago. I think it was on Grubhub. I think it was Grubhub, not DoorDash, but there was a DoorDash. But one of the drivers ate my food. And they're so stupid because they ate, I guess it was towards the end of their shift or whatever. Because I did order like a late lunch. So maybe they did the lunchtime, morning and lunchtime. But anyway, they're so stupid because they collected my food and they ate in the parking lot of the restaurant. And I knew something was up. So I ended up calling the restaurant to see if my order was picked up. And they're like, oh yeah, they left. And then I'm like, well, it says they're driving this type of car. Are they outside? Because it says that they're outside. So one of the employees walked outside and said, oh, they're right there. And then they saw them eating the food. Anyway, long story short, you know, I got my money back and I got them fired. I hope. I reported it. I hope they got fired. Because I kept saying, you need to fire this person. Because, I mean, like, what are we doing? And if they did get fired, I don't know. But if they did get fired, I mean, that's karma. You don't do that. You don't do that. You didn't pay for the food, you know? But yeah, that's the only time someone's ate my food. But if you guys look online, there's a lot of cases online where people are catching people stealing their food or eating their food. Or they take the picture of it at your door and then they pick it up. And they get caught walking back to their car and they're like, hey, where you going with my food? Y'all see those videos? It's real. It really happens. Whoa! What was that candle? Wait a minute. Did you see that? That was quick. 71 and 3/4. 71 points down. That was real quick. Whoa. Alrighty. We got some news? Do we have breaking news? Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Something happened. Only see something from 20 minutes ago, though. 20 minutes ago. No. Something else had to happen. 20 minutes ago. Anybody got the news? What was that? I don't see anything. Oh, here we go. Trump. Are we ready for this? But yeah, I saw the way it moved on the 5 minute. I was like, wait a minute. That was 71 points in a half a second. All right, here we go. Oh, sorry, Kuninja. Let me I think it's getting you for the WTF thing. Okay. Trump, Iran are asking for compensation for damage done to them during the last 5-month military conflict. He, I don't want to say tweeted, but he posted on his Truth Social, and he said this 1 minute ago. I see representatives of the Islamic Republic of Iran are asking for compensation for the damage done to them during the last 5-month military conflict. Started because they will not have a nuclear weapon. This is so stupid because didn't we just do a deal with what's the name for a nuclear weapon? This is how stupid we look, chat. This is how stupid we look. You start a war with a country because you claim they can't have a nuclear weapon. A couple weeks ago, you just did a deal with another country for them to have a nuclear weapon. You guys got to see, he's just the puppeteer. He's not calling the shots. There's bigger things way further on than what we can imagine and realize, more than what we know going on behind the scenes. You guys need to understand this. Because it don't make sense, do it? I'm just saying, it don't make sense. Who are we to tell people they can't have this or that, or they can't practice this and that with their military? Can't nobody come over here and tell us what we could do with our military. Can they? No. So it says, he's saying that this wasn't mentioned in any of the negotiation meetings with exclamation mark. But it's an interesting idea because now I'm likewise demanding compensation from Iran. Oh. For all the people that they've killed in... All right, sorry guys. I didn't know it was going to be hard for me to read this. I thought he was going to say for the amount spent on the war. But for all the people they killed and wounded with their roadside bombs and many conflicts for which they are famous for and led initially by General Soleimani, I don't know how to say that name, including the families of those killed at the USS Cole and thousands of others killed in combat. So long sentence, Trump. Additionally, compensation should be paid to families of hundreds of thousands of innocent protesters that Iran has killed over the last 50 years. What? So they're asking for compensation for the damages done in the last 5 months. And Trump goes, we should have compensation for what you did over the last 50 years. Bro, you just can't make this up. You can't make this up. I'm reading this in 4K, guys. 4K. What? Oh my goodness. Not to mention the 52,000 that have been killed in the last 5 months. Oh, now the truth comes out. Now the truth comes out. I've been telling y'all, chat. I've been telling y'all every day on stream that it's not, 5 soldiers here that died. 2 soldiers over here. 3 American soldiers over here. I've been telling y'all. We got military intel. I've been telling y'all, there's been a lot of people dying in this war. Now he says it. We want compensation for the 52,000 who have been killed in the last 5 months. Again, not all American troops, but it's been a lot of American troops. So I've been trying to tell y'all. They've been trying to cut it like, it's just 5 people over here. Just 3, 4 people wounded. Yeah, nah. I have instructed my representatives to put this firmly into any and all further negotiations. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. So basically, as I've been telling y'all, the reason why this is going to be an endless war while he's president is because he's never going to agree to something unless he has the upper hand. Exhibit A, he will agree to these compensations if they compensate for the last 50,000 years. Obviously, that's not going to happen. With just this little information, you can only imagine, right? You can only imagine what these meetings are looking like to negotiate this war. Right? When you're settling a negotiation, it has to be equal on both sides. Now, if you look back in the news around June, Iran has mentioned that in discussions with the US and with Trump, that they felt like all negotiations were only benefiting the US, right? So, yes, we can laugh at this or whatever, but if we bring this back to the actual conflict, we're not going to be able to agree because he's always going to have an upper hand on, okay, if I agree to this, then you got to do this. Something that hurts them rather than benefits both parties. You get what I'm saying? Like on a serious level, guys. You get what I'm saying? Let me get a one in chat. You get what I'm saying? This is why they're never going to come to an agreement with him as a president. He will always, no matter what the idea is, he will always take it 10 times further to benefit the US. Now, don't get me wrong. Obviously, we want to be benefited. But when you have a war going on, both parties got to have benefit, not one side of the scale. See what I mean? Then you're not going to agree. It's going to continue. That's why I've been saying this war going to go on. Who knows? He's in that office till January 2029. So don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. I feel like we're going to be dealing with this market news till January 2029. Mark my words. Mark my words. Trump is the last trumpet. That 52K Iranian people killed by their government. Not him saying the last 50. Bro, he's low-key funny, but like compensate us for the last 50 years. Like what? He just threw that in there. The last 50 years. Bro. This is why we can't get nowhere. It's so childish. I'm just laughing at how childish it is, Like, really? Really? Come on. I mean, even y'all know. Come on. Like I said, it don't matter. It don't matter who the president is. I don't care if Kamala won. If Kamala said this, we be saying the same thing. If she said this. If she said the last 50 years, I'd be saying the same thing. I'd be like, what? What did she say? It was Biden, same thing. If it was Obama, same thing. I'm just reacting to what's being said and what's being currently done here. I'd have the same reaction. No matter who the president was, red or blue. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Yeah, he's petty. He's petty. He's petty. I mean, it's funny, but then at the same time, it's like, oh shoot, we're living this, so it's not that funny, huh? We got to deal with the consequences, Y'all been at war anyone since American history? Yeah, these people just, when I say these people, obviously not all of them, but a lot of them just make our country look like a shit show. This is like, all jokes aside, take out all the bad stuff, but this is such a beautiful country. No, seriously, this is a beautiful country. It's an amazing country. We have some amazing people here. Seriously, we do. We have some incredible people here from all walks of life. And yet, look at it. They're overshadowed by all this crap that goes on the last 100 years, 200 years, 300 years, whatever. It's overshadowed. Evil always... Why do you guys see how the news is? Negativity always overshadows the good, right? You can use that with online. Who blows up online, guys? It's really hard for the positive people to blow up online in any niche. But people who are, once you start being negative online, what happens? You're the center of attention, right? You blow up. Right? You know, these blogs, these T pages, what are they posting? Negative stuff. That's what gets the views, right? So negativity since the beginning of time, drama, all this other stuff has always outshined the positive, you know? How can you be a world country president and be so petty? It's just wrong. Most beings don't understand, but we have a bully as a president. Oh yeah, he's a bully. He is a bully. But I will say, like I said, there's more to this than what y'all can understand, and what you can see. I said he's more of the puppet, honestly. There's people behind the scenes. You got to really understand, and hopefully the Epstein files really get you guys to see how much we're almost prisoners in our own country, right? They're giving us cancer in the food. They're making us sick. And I got to watch what I say. I'm going to be careful about what I say because I know a lot. We have some of the best doctors and scientists in the world here in this country who work for the government. And, you know, when they're making these amazing breakthroughs, the government takes that and develops nuclear weapons or biochemical weapons out of this. When these doctors and scientists find out what happened, they're against it, of course, right? Because they're here to help the world in the future. They get these people on up out of here. That's why so many people who are top doctors and scientists of the world we have here, a lot of them are missing, or a lot of them, if you look in the news, they've been found dead in the last several months. Look it up. Look it up. You can look it up. You know, they're being used. Their expertise is being used so that they can control us in this biological warfare. They're getting us so sick. This is why we're eating all these chemicals. We're getting cancer. Nobody else is dealing with that. Just US people. They've changed the school system to dumb down your kids. You got to understand that there's a bigger agenda behind this to have control and power. And this all goes back to control, power, and greed. It's very sad, but it's the reality, guys. And people have to wake up. I will say, when I go on Instagram, a lot of people talking about it, posting about it, which is good, right? You need more people to know about it, because if it's just the doctors and scientists who know about it, what happens? They get them on up out of here. Oh, tragic death. Oh, tragic suicide. Was it a suicide, right? They get them on up out of here real quick. No investigation needed. Now I want you to look at these Epstein files. How come no arrests have been made? See how the investigation is delayed? Because these people are all in cahoots with each other, right? These billionaires are all running shit. You gotta understand this. They all got blackmail on each other too. You guys understand this? They're playing a childish game with each other. They don't even trust each other. They got blackmail on each other. Why no one's coming forward? They got dirt on each other. It's all about power and control. Like I said, more people are waking up. But you really have to understand that you really have to understand that things aren't always what they seem on the surface. You know? There wasn't too much let me see. There wasn't too much happening today. Has made 6 new military appointments, both countries' army preliminary. Unity amid U.S. sanctions. Yeah, there wasn't enough going on today. I guess it was the perfect time to break the silence. You know? Iranian missiles can change course, evade air defenses. Strait of Hormuz will not. This is all today, by the way. Not return the pre-war conditions. Iran said the Strait of Hormuz will not return to pre-war conditions. Does that mean you're going to permanently ban US? That's a chess move. Wow. That's a statement. I mean, it's true, though. I mean, of course, nothing's going to be the same after this, trust-wise, right? I believe it was Winston Churchill said politicians love poor voters because they're easy to manipulate. Oh, yeah. Listen, they love... You know, everybody's... I don't know if you guys see if you're on social media, but everybody's arguing on social media. Like, when I go through and I'm looking for updates for you guys, it's a bunch of fights and just arguments and just back and forth. Facebook, you know, everywhere. That's why they love social media, because it keeps people distracted. Most people are dealing with waking up, going to a job they don't like. You do like your job, bless you. It's awesome. But most people waking up, going to a job they don't like, they're not eating well. They're probably just grabbing what's real quick, right? So you're not eating well, which is not good. You're not happy. You're depressed about financial, your paycheck to paycheck. You know, all these things do not operate for you to be fully functional. Nor will you give a damn about what's going on out there. You got all this stuff going on personally. Right? And chances are, if you live in a poorer area, there's nothing around you but dark energy, depression, high crime rate. There's a lot of shit going on. You just can't catch a break. That's the whole point, is to keep people stuck and keep them where they are. Because only so many people make it out of there. Right? But now you see, it's like people don't even care about people anymore. It's like you could pass out on the street and it probably takes several people to walk by you to actually like call 911 or something. It wasn't like that 20 years ago. 20 years ago, you pass out on the street, someone's going to run over, they'll call for you. Nowadays, people are so internalized with what's going on with their own world. Because people have gotten super ignorant. I don't blame them. People have gotten super ignorant. When you're raised in a world where people act selfish towards you and ignorant towards you, how do you become? Doesn't mean that you become ignorant, but sometimes you may turn a blind eye because you're like, well, nobody give a damn about me. Nobody care about me, so why am I overextending myself, right? They're making people have these mindsets, you know? It's programming. It's programming. You've been programmed to have limited beliefs. You've been programmed to only think to a certain caliber. You've been programmed to trust the government, trust this and that. Don't ask no questions. Robotic bots. Now, don't get me wrong. Not everybody in the government's bad. Don't get me wrong. Most people, we have some great people in the government. We have people who are trying to fix things. But you have to understand they're playing with a dangerous game because the people who are in charge of them are the ones running this show. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? You can read in between the lines. So it's not the whole government that's corrupt. It's not. But you have to understand there's people above certain people who get to call the shots, right? That's what they're dealing with. But we do have some amazing people in the government. We got people trying to work their way up. But like I said, we'll see what happens. With the way the economy's going, they're getting rid of the middle class, so change will happen. Will change happen last minute? Yes, unfortunately, because that's how things operate, right? So, yeah. But we'll see what happens, guys. I mean, any type of change isn't going to happen overnight either. But this is where you have to understand with politics and with, I'm sure those of you who weren't into politics, now you probably realize that you're more up to date with it, right? But it's because it's truly affecting you now. If you have kids, it's going to affect your kids way more than it affects you. You have to understand that. Things are getting worse. So it's good to be in the know. You know, it's good to be in the know so you can make change happen. We can't have change without awareness, right? You can't change something if you're not aware of it. We have a lot of Americans waking up. We got a lot of people speaking up, which is great. And we got to keep going. People were afraid to talk about these things because it freaks people out, or people go, oh, no. People were in denial. Now people are like, okay, I can see it, which is great. We need that. We need people to wake up, right? So although it may seem slow right now, the good news is people are finally waking up. Things are being exposed. And with that, we can have change, right? That's a positive way to look at it, you know? So try to look at it from that standpoint. And also remember, you can't stress about things you can't control, guys. You can't. You just can't. I live by that rule, and it's helped me a lot. So I encourage you guys to live by that rule. Don't stress about things you can't change. All you can do is say, okay, I see the system. I see how it works. How can I play the game better? Right? How can you master the game? Well, day trading's a nice thing. It's not an easy thing, right? Or everybody be doing it. But it can unlock some freedom for you, right? It can unlock a new income stream. You can do a lot with it. You can pay off your debt. You can have some savings. You can go on a vacation, right? You can use it to unlock some freedom for yourself. You can take your funds, invest it into a business, right? Those who have businesses, they're doing okay. This economy's not affecting them. Those whose businesses are thriving, right? Their businesses aren't being too affected right now. But then there's other businesses who are being affected. It's very sad, guys. I told you, like these mom and pop shops or restaurants, these nice Italian restaurants who've been around for 20, 30 years, people who've worked their butts off for their businesses, you know? Business is slowing up because people can't afford to eat every weekend like they used to, you know? So when I tell you it affects everybody, it affects business owners. People are canceling their subscriptions to places, right? So it's less income for companies. Companies got to pay out salaries. They got to pay out business expenses, right? So just some things to think about. It's not just you affected, but it's business owners. Everybody. Everybody will be affected when the economy's not thriving, right? Domino effect. All right, let's see here. Yeah, this is about my time here, chat. I wanted to go for a second trade today, but I haven't been liking the market too much today. Like I said, I could have took this for 40 points. This one was the news candle, so I'm not even gonna count this. I mean, this came out of nowhere, but I'm gonna call it a GG's for now. We've been taught to fear change. They sell the idea that it could get worse. Yes, you will notice most Americans are afraid of adaptability. They're afraid of change. And you see that not just in their jobs or work, but in everything they do. A lot of people have this fear of change. People who excel are usually people who are athletes, people who were in the military. Because when you do sports, and this is why I think sports are great for children. You guys have kids, put them in sports. You know why? Sports teach you discipline at a young age. Sports teach you, and kids fail, but they keep at it, and then they start to get better at it. So it teaches them about consistency. It teaches them about that discipline of, okay, I'm going to fail at something, but if I keep going and improving myself, I can get there, right? They see the results. There's just a lot of discipline that comes out of sports. A lot of discipline. Good for their socialization too, of course. But it's good to have structure. Kids need structure. You know? So sports is much more than, just playing this for fun and whatever, winning a little championship trophy, but it's great structure for children. And it can help them with their mindset at an early age, you know? Really, really help them. Again, this is why athletes excel at what they excel at. Even if they're not athletes no more, a lot of them own businesses. People who maybe they didn't make it to pros, but they own a business. A lot of people who used to be in the military, now they own businesses. They're self-employed. They have the discipline. They know how to adapt. Yeah, they may have, a lot of setbacks, but they know how to just keep going. Setbacks, irrelevant. Okay, let me improve. Another setback, irrelevant. Let me improve. It's that determination, right? So, yeah, like I said, most people don't have that mindset, and it's okay because you can develop it. You don't have to be born with it or anything like that. Some people are born with it, but you can develop it, which is the good news, right? Anybody can develop that. One of the hardest things to change is the way you think. We've been programmed our whole life based on our own experiences and what we've experienced to think a certain way or the way we react to things. It's all based on how we were raised, the environment and all that, right? The parenting given to us, everything we've experienced in our lives. It's going to be different for everybody. That's why one of the hardest things to change is the way you think. Because you got to rewire your thinking, right? It's one of the hardest things to do. All right. On that note, everybody, we had a great chat. We had a great stream. We got a nice W today. We've been hunting, but we've just been ranging here. So I decided to leave that one and done trade we had today, I guess. So I think I'm gonna head out of here, guys. I'm getting hungry. It is 10 o'clock in the morning. I gotta eat, y'all. I've been here since 6 with you. 6 o'clock we've been here. It's 10 o'clock now. I gotta get some breakfast. I gotta work out. It's about that time. It's about that time, everybody. So I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much. Like I said, thank you for liking the stream. Those of you guys who've been using code official lens, thank you so much. As far as the poll goes, the answer to the poll is second. So those of you who wanted the answer is second. 49% of people got that. Interesting. I'm gonna have a different puzzle for you tomorrow. I'm gonna have some puzzles till you guys get better at it. Alrighty, everybody. That's gonna be it for today. I hope you smiled today. If you didn't smile, let's make sure we smile. I will see you all tomorrow morning on the stream. Time for me to go work out. Let's make sure we drink our water too, chat. And I know I'll see everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you guys.